What are you using for your VPN cybersecurity on your phone? What are you using?
I use Surfshark.
I use Surfshark. I got that shark, dog. You got to get the shark.
Yeah, and this is the true story. So I was fed up with not being able to go. Listen, I'm a businessman, and businessmen need stress relief. Okay,
They do.
You know what I'm saying? And then somehow in Florida, we're not allowed to visit all the websites that
in the world
that other states can visit because of some cockamamie whatever.
Somebody else's thoughts are ruling my thoughts.
So I'm like, well, how do I remedy this? And I found Surfshark, and then I contacted them, and we became an affiliate. And that's why if you go to TomandDan.com and you click on Surfshark VPN services, right there on the top of Tom and Dan,
it says get Surfshark here.
And for under $2 a month through our special, and we got a deal affiliate program with Surfshark, so you got to click through to get this deal.
Yeah, use the link to save the money. Truly.
Yeah. And then once you get the Surfshark app, super easy, and then you sign up through our link, then you can go to choose the country in which your VPN's coming from.
It's just going to cloak your internet service and make it appear as if you were surfing from, let's say, Canada.
Yeah, and then for other countries, allow you to visit any website you want.
I'm a Chad man myself.
Yeah.
I surf only from the African country Chad.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't do that.
And then you can visit any website you want. It's super easy. And then you can leave it on in the background if you want, or you can take it off and disconnect.
Yeah. The only little caveat I'd say is if you want to go to your bank account, you're going to have to leave Chad, Africa, in order to get into Old Bank of America.
Yeah, that's the thing. And then you go to your gambling sites and you're like, why can't I get in? And you're like, I'm still on Surfshark.
Yeah, there's nothing more embarrassing than emailing Bovada from Chad, Africa. And they're like, sir, you're in Chad.
Yeah. So, but anyway, it's a way for you to have better internet security. And there's lots of other, if you go to Surfshark, you'll see other, benefits from using
they
VPN.
They have a lot of other like cybersecurity services that they offer. If you need something crazy for your business or a higher tier account, you can do all of that.
And there's other benefits from cybersecurity from using a VPN service like this.
Yep.
But in Florida specifically, you can go to any website you want. That's it.
Yeah, and I'll give you another one. Our buddy Savannah, she's going to Morocco.
Yeah.
And we had her in here a couple of weeks ago. When you go to foreign countries, you are encouraged to use, especially in airports, a VPN to cloak your device. You're not supposed to be jumping on, I don't know if people know this, but you should not just be jumping on Wi-Fi indiscriminately. That is how you get your identity stolen in another country. I'm being dead serious when I say this. I know I don't travel a lot, but I do know the proper things to do. You are supposed to use a VPN in airports. That is how you end up getting money stolen overseas.
You're right, 100%. And you could use the United States VPN if you're in a different country.
100%.
And that you go through Surfshark.
It offers you
security.
A line of security. Be truly free. Go to all the websites that you should be able to go to in the great state of Florida. Use our friends at Surfshark. Go to TomandDan.com and find the Surfshark link.
Welcome to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. We are live on Twitch and YouTube. Come on over and hang out. We'd love to see you. We're talking to the chat room right now, and you can be in there at Tom and Dan Live.
From Tots with Ross McCoy's here.
Hey, guys.
The Orlando Talk Show. Yeah. You can find it wherever podcasts are heard.
Yeah, which is... not as many places as it was 5 years ago, but it's still, it's chugging down the track.
Yeah, you can find it.
Yeah, some people have been kicking around the idea that all podcasts are dead or have jumped the shark. I would rather assume that they have just become more of a mainstream staple, which is why you want to put a bullet in them. But
May the 4th be with you.
Oh my God damn it. You did that just pandering me off. I hate that. You know I hate that. EJ said it to me to bully me this morning. I woke up at like 6 a.m. He's like, May the 4th be with you.
How much, Ross and Daniel, closest to the pen, how much has the Star Wars franchise made or grossed overall from the beginning?
From the start of the inception of the idea until today.
Yeah. Movies, books, toys,
everything.
Comics,
$30
clothes.
billion.
I'm going to say $750 billion.
$46.7 billion.
They're slapping.
I'm learning from you. Dude, you're really good at that, and I'm really bad at this, but I've hung out with him for like 20 years, and over the course of time, I think I've actually learned to be he always has taught me to go under, because that's the Price is Right rule.
So it fascinates me when someone's imagination can gross $46.7 billion. Same thing with like Harry Potter. I don't know how that's probably gross. You think more or less than Star Wars? Probably less, right? Star Wars has been around longer.
I'm gonna guess less.
I think she's like the highest grossing author now, so I would say more. Because there was like 9 or 10 of those books. And then the movies.
Yeah, it may be more.
And modern age, so like if you don't adjust for inflation, it's definitely going to be more.
There's been more has there been more Star Wars movies? I think so, yeah. Because there's been like 10 Harry Potters.
Well, there's been like 10 Star Wars.
Yeah.
All right, Star Wars wins. Claude is telling me the Star Wars wins, and it's not even close. Star Wars films have pulled in over $10 billion. Whereas Harry Potter's 9.5.
Just the movies, though. No merch, no nothing else.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there's worlds at both theme parks and whatever. Overall gross, I wanted to ask Claude what the overall gross, like the actual idea, the entirety of everything.
And Star Wars has got like a 20-year lead on her, too.
Yeah. But it's just, it's crazy to me that
who would win in a fight?
Oh, Star Wars.
No way. Those wizards could teleport and stuff. This is the stuff people want to know. People don't want to know about the gross. How much is the gross? How much does JK have? Also, people hate her and she still pumping out money, you know?
It's true.
Yeah, I mean, is it all the wizards versus what? I mean, entire
Claude said it wasn't close. It is close. Star Wars is $10 billion worldwide gross, and Harry Potter's $9.5 billion worldwide.
I'm saying the whole franchise, like with everything, all properties. Yeah, all properties. Because the merch and everything like that has got to be an insane amount for Harry Potter. Anyway, but just you imagine these characters. One person just came up with the story, and then $46 billion. It's insane. Like, why?
And
why those characters?
And it's random, too, because there's other books that have other characters that maybe just don't ignite the imagination. I'm sorry I said that. The same way. You know, like a Lemony Snicket's or a, Wimpy Kid books. You know, they're all original stories that have been invented by people.
Maybe the thing that I'm about to say that more people are going to hate me than anything else I've ever said on this show. Star Wars isn't even good sci-fi. There's like way better sci-fi out there. There's the Heinlein properties. There's Asimov properties. There's way better sci-fi out there than Star Wars, which is soft sci-fi and not all that good.
I knew you were an Asimov guy. I could tell you were an Asimov guy.
Listen, any sci-fi property that doesn't address gravity generators, immediately on my S list.
I've heard this before. I've heard that this is kind of like I've heard some like real nerds, I'm not calling you that, refer to this as almost like you're reading the Harlequin version of sci-fi.
Like when Han Solo loses full power in space and he doesn't start floating. BS.
You're out. You're out.
I'm sure some sci-fi enthusiasts would agree with you.
It's about $30 billion off. So Star Wars about $30 billion more.
Okay, wow.
And Claude's basically saying that's because what Ross was saying, time spent. You know, if you come in, it's 1977, then obviously that's probably worth.
Head start,
yeah, but I would imagine if you went neck and neck, then maybe she would win just based on merchandise because she sold 500 million copies of the book. You see what I'm saying? Star Wars doesn't have that.
There's that one Boba Fett figure with the launching missile, though, that's worth like $1 billion all by itself.
Super rare. Yeah. Highly rare.
So you said you had some more Concrete Mike animal stories.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. I got to grab these because, this has become... We had Concrete Mike call in and do a little Concrete Mike animal kind of deals,
Do you have the jingle?
I do. Hold on.
I love it. This is my favorite theme song.
I think I got it here. Is that it?
It's Animal Talk with Concrete Mike,
a.k.a. the Toad King. I've been in other situations with threesomes and stuff, but that was my favorite one, that hot-ass nurse.
There you go. This is becoming everyone's favorite segment, Animal Talk with Concrete Mike. He did call in with a few more. We have one animal and one non-animal voicemail from Concrete Mike. Let's go to the animals first.
It's Concrete. When I woke, what's going on, T&D Media?
He played his own theme song before he called it.
He was hyping himself up, listening to his own theme song.
Yeah. Let's go back and listen because normally we would make fun of that. Not with Mike. Nope. I think he needed it, and it is welcomed. Here we go. Pumps himself up here.
What's going on, T&D Media?
Love it.
I don't know if y'all want to keep this segment going. I only have a handful more stories involving animals. We were out on the St. Johns River in an airboat. My buddy brought his chocolate lab, and we stopped at a spot, and we're hanging out off the shore for a little bit, and a 9.5 to 10 foot gator come up and snatched this 90-pound chocolate lab by the head and drug it into the water. We both dove into the river looking for the dog and the gator. The water got real dark real quick. Couldn't see nothing. We both came back up. Never saw the dog again. We went back out the next day.
Oh, should I play the theme after
Yes,
that?
absolutely.
It's Animal Talk.
Yeah, I missed my cue.
Concrete Mike.
I'm sorry, Ross. I'm like, I've been doing this 30 years. You would have thought a pro like me would have known to hammer the.
waiting for
You're
it.
supposed to hammer it.
I didn't go home and
Eat some mac and cheese. Yeah,
After
you might
that.
stop at my Wendy's and get me
damn.
some spicy nugget meal.
You know,
Never saw the dog again.
watching that chocolate
went
lab
back
game,
out the
I'm gonna
next
go for
day.
some chocolate right now.
On the airboat, found the dog's head floating in a cove. So we wrapped it up in a blanket, brought it back to my buddy's house, buried his head, and we then went on a revenge tour. And we went back out on the airboat with our rifles and hundreds of rounds of bullets and proceeded to shoot every gator we saw.
It's Animal Talk with Concrete Mike.
I'm not even done. There's a minute. There's like 2 minutes left
And
on the
you did
voicemail.
make a note that you have to remove that. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no, thank you. Thank you. You're a pro.
Mike,
Thank God
come
there's
on.
a professional here today.
Somebody's got-
We're exacting revenge on a species of alligator.
Doing
because
what it's supposed to do. Yeah, it's supposed to eat things.
Yeah, but it's also like, what are you doing?
Do we want to continue?
He's doing a tour, Tom. He stated a revenge tour.
You don't just hit one
No.
spot. You hit many different spots.
Well, did you try to at least go back to the same place?
Gators move around. That's why you got to tour the whole river.
You got to get them all. Pokemon.
Hundreds of rounds.
He continues.
It's insanely illegal.
He continues.
On the water. We got down near the 528 bridge on the St. Johns River and shot off at a dinosaur we saw that was probably 12 to 13 foot. Game warden was hanging out behind the sawgrass, heard our rifles, popped his head up, pointed at us. We got into a high-speed airboat chase on the river. Luckily, my buddy builds custom airboats. We had brakes, which is basically a reverse prop on the front. He ran nitrous on this boat. Everything was lightweight, fiberglass, custom made.
Animal Talk.
Okay, yeah, sorry. I mean, Mike, we can't kill the bit, Mike. This is the craziest bit we've ever had.
Yeah.
It's real Florida stories.
What?
You're blowing Tom's
No,
mind.
there's no such thing as airboat brakes with a reverse
It's a
prop.
reverse
Just
prop.
explain to him how it
He's
works.
running nitrous on this, Tom. You don't know. You don't know.
No, I've
nothing.
never seen that. I've never
Yeah,
even
that's
seen a
Miami
picture of
Friend
that.
syndrome.
You
This
ever
is the
seen
real
a
thing.
You ever seen a 90-pound chocolate lab head floating in the St. John's? This guy sees all kinds of stuff you ain't never seen.
Describing Swamp Night Rider.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Swamp Night Rider is that's a show. Swamp Night Rider.
Also, I'm questioning that the lab's head was floating. Like a gator will eat an entire dog whole. Like it's not going to just
Maybe
bite
he
off
lost
his
the head. He couldn't keep them together. He ripped the head off and he couldn't keep them together. They're not known for their organization, Gators.
Are you calling this man who's been known to organize a revenge tour a liar?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just saying that.
We got about a minute and a half left if you got time for
Hey,
it.
Mike, when you load up and you come to the studio to take care of Tom, I'm on your side, bud.
All right,
Yeah, Just Jen in the chat room says, Tom, he clearly explained himself. He explained himself, and here you are.
Yeah, but there's no airboat with a reverse prop in the front of it.
We
that-
might get
that
a weird
fires
job
off.
with this. You don't know that.
I do. Hold on. I'm saying right now. I'm saying I do know. I don't know, but I do.
Okay, that's fair.
All right.
That's fair. We'll get to the bottom of it.
Age, all this, which is basically a reverse prop on the front. He ran nitrous on this boat. Everything was lightweight, fiberglass, custom-made cage, all this. We ended up getting away and went off into the woods off of Possum Bluff, south of the 528 bridge after we got away from the game warden. and stayed there till the sun went down. His brother came with an empty trailer, met us at the 520 boat ramp. We loaded up and left all of our guns and everything in the woods, hidden underneath a cedar tree. Waited about a week.
I've always wanted to leave guns in the woods. Can I just be honest with you? I've always wanted to do something where I have to leave a bag of guns somewhere.
I'm just waiting for Tom to keep Encyclopedia Browning this story. Like, there's no cedar trees off the St. John's River or
What kind of
something.
bag do you use? What kind of bag do you use?
That all makes sense. I mean, but,
Everything else is checking
The airboat brakes.
Except for the airboat brakes. You don't like that because you didn't think of it.
Yeah, I mean, we can look it up. We can ask Claude.
He continues.
To go back to retrieve them, and got searched immediately upon showing up to the boat ramp because game wardens were there on that day, and they saw the nitrous. They both looked at each other, shook their head, looked back at us, shook their head. They knew it was us, but they couldn't prove it. But, yeah, man, this may or may not all be true just for legal reasons because I just admitted to a lot of things.
It's Animal Talk with Concrete Mike.
AKA the Toad King. I've been in other situations with threesomes and stuff, but that was my favorite one. That hot-ass nurse.
All right.
What do you think of that one?
All right. That's
a
pretty
doozy.
crazy.
That's a doozy.
So there are airboat brakes, but none how Mike described them.
Okay.
According to a quick Google.
Yeah. It was just something that you like maybe goes down into the water because there's brakes on a jet ski. It's kind of reverse thrust.
Right.
It's like a cone that goes over the jet.
Is this the part where we ruin the story now by like sucking all the fun out of it? Is that
Well,
what
it's a
we do?
weird thing to add, and all of it could have been believed.
What if he pulls the airboat up here one day, parks it out there, and he's like, turn the brakes on for him?
I'm just saying that. I mean, it could be. I mean, I was only around.
It does sound very Smokey and the Bandit, like Cannonball Run. It does sound very strange.
I grew up like from the age of 1 to 10 around airboats.
Yeah.
And then out in the Everglades, my dad had one, my pop-up, and they all had airboats.
You were probably out of the game by the time he was doing this.
Yeah. So, and I know, and my father-in-law currently has an airboat, and he goes duck hunting. And so I've just never seen that before. I've been to airboat races. I've never seen like a prototype of like, hey, this one has brakes, and they put a fan at the front of it. I do
like, and I'm picturing like a steampunk look, with like a balloon on the top, and the guy's got goggles on the top of his head.
Yeah, necessary because essentially, as soon as you let off the throttle, the friction, would stop you immediately. The same thing as a jet ski,
right?
There's no reason to, put another propeller at the front of it to reverse thrust.
We get it. Revenge tour. He's a liar. Revenge tour. We get it.
Well, that's the part I believe. I believe that he did go kill a bunch of protected animals for revenge. I do believe that part. And I believe, and I also, I'm like skeptical they didn't kill the game warden that was.
You never know. You never know.
Like there's some crazy.
Well, he didn't bite their dog.
It's true. We forgot about the dog. Like we didn't even circle back to that sweet chocolate lab. My God, rest in peace.
All right, so
so you believe this entire story, but for some reason, Concrete Mike made up an elaborate airboat brake story.
it's just like, why did he throw that in there?
Yeah.
It's so
because it's obviously true and it happened.
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Like why else would he say it?
Because here's what's important. Here's the part you're
it's
missing.
The Gordon Ramsay effect.
You're missing a huge part. There could have been a fan on the front of that boat, and that redneck driving that boat could have called it his redneck air brakes, and they may not have done anything because he's crazy and stupid. But they were there, and it was real. It just doesn't work. Do you see what I'm saying?
Like you can put nitrous on an airboat. I've seen that before. Like because you're just like there's either aviation engine or regular a V6 V8 car engine that you could just
maybe Mike will call back and clarify. We'll keep the bit going.
All right.
Mike, great bit. Good job. I mean. If I'm judging him on what he delivers to the bit each week, well done. Good job, buddy. Appreciate you.
And he has no reason to lie about that particular detail.
That's why I think it's real.
It perfectly fits in with the story. It's not like you said we went on a revenge tour and I took my Harry Potter one and I was zapping him with Avacadabra. Like it's all seamlessly fits together.
Great spell reference. Very on brand, and that makes me think it's real.
Yes,
because it doesn't have to work. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be a function. Like it's kind of lunatic swamp person that puts a shop fan in the front of his boat. He's like, I got brakes now, Mike. And then Mike's like, okay, let's go revenge storm.
Okay, yes, I'll accept that. Like, did it
finally,
actually...
we got through.
Like, I'm just saying it's not a thing, but did this guy maybe have some ridiculous thing and then Mike remembered it, or was it completely made up? That's
We've done good work here today. Let's call it. Let's just pull the plug best of the rest of the day. This is it.
I mean, are you proud of that? I'm proud of that.
We came to a concordance. We never do that.
We've never done that. Where Tom was like, okay, and we were like, wow. This is like a brokered peace deal. He was like, I will accept that. And we were like, what? And we were like, well, we'll accept it too. We met in the middle. Are you all right?
Open the streets.
Okay. All right. You want another one?
So, you got more?
Another
voicemail?
Well, I mean,
there is another Concrete Mike voicemail.
Okay, yeah.
It's not, I can't guarantee it's going to be animal related.
He already lies about this?
He'll laugh at that. He'll laugh at that. All right. Because he was laughing at us with this. I don't even remember this.
What's going on, TMD Media? Concrete Mike. Man, I got in my truck, 5:30 Monday morning, driving to work, put on the Friday free show, and within minutes, y'all had me cry laughing when Seth said he told the contractor this has to happen. And then Dan comments, the supervisor went up and slapped the cigarettes out of their mouths and said, he said it has to happen. I started cry laughing, and you guys are killing me. It is good to hear Seth happy, though. Good to hear that. Good to hear things are happening. Man, he's about done with his lifelong project that he has going on. But anyway, y'all keep doing what you're doing, man.
I can hear the brakes in the background. He's putting on the air. Yeah, it was good to see Seth, and also you can go back to last Friday free show. We had Seth Petruzzelli on, and he gave us an update on his home and the trials and tribulations of building out a brand new lake house. And he's good now.
So Ross,
yes.
Daniel told me something that happened over the weekend or the past couple weeks, I think. And
is it the allegations?
No, it's the movie. The movie that came
out. I love doing that. Right? It's so funny to say that because everybody has allegations.
Yeah. And by the way, if there's allegations, I'm like, oh, those are true.
I do too. I'm
like, oh yeah, why would someone make that up?
Like allegations to me mean true.
Yeah.
It's the new true. Allegations are the new true.
So, anyway, you know how, like, Saudi Arabia has been throwing around insane amounts of money trying to make themselves, like, I guess, market themselves to the rest of the world as, like, a not so bad
big comedy festival, brought in WrestleMania.
The Live thing.
They've just been throwing money at entertainment, trying to get some good press out there. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. So apparently they also did this with.
Please tell me they're doing $1 billion podcast festival and we're invited. Please tell me.
Well, we'll go. No. But they.
God, I hope they like tater tots over there.
Something tells me they don't.
It's too much fun.
I'm getting this trailer up so you can see it here.
So they did the same thing with a movie.
Oh, okay.
And the movie's called Desert Warrior. All right, and it's starring Anthony Mackie, who is from like Marvel movies. You'd recognize him.
Okay.
Ben Kingsley's in it as well. And so what's weird about this, like, so it's being considered right now as one of the biggest flops in movie history.
Yeah.
Because they spent between 150 and 200 million. I haven't found the exact price.
Yeah, I keep seeing it every time which leads me to believe it's closer to 150 because every time I read it, it goes up, which I think is how the news works now. I think whenever somebody sees the story, they're like, oh, I'll write about that and I'll just amplify it.
Bump it up accordingly.
Yeah.
It's probably also impossible to even find the truth of how much they really did spend because, you know, like who the hell knows?
I would say it's more. I think most things cost more than people let on.
Yeah. So, when it got released, it only made below $500,000.
Yeah.
This is the first I'm hearing
Yes,
of it.
okay.
So,
I read as low as $375,000.
Yeah, and it opened up in 1,000 movie theaters across the country. And so, and that's what, everywhere I searched, most people's reaction, even like TikTok and everything, were like, most people have never even heard of this.
Yeah.
And I never heard of it either. So, what's bizarre to me, like, not that it got released and it's got low ratings. People, like, there's mixed reviews, whether it's, like, some people are like, it's not that good at all. It's not that good of a movie, blah, blah, blah. It's also, like, Saudi Arabia propaganda, essentially, which probably hurts it as well.
It was a legend.
Here's a little bit of it. You see that?
Told for generations.
High quality, obviously.
Yeah, it kind of looks like, and I'll keep ducking the audio so we can kind of talk over it, but to me it looks very much, if I'm describing this to the audience, it looks very much like the movies that I really loved in the late 90s, early 2000s, like your Gladiators and your, you know, like those type of, I like Master and Commander. I was a Russell Crowe guy when he rolled out.
Yeah.
If you threw a random shot of Brendan Fraser in this, it would look like a mummy.
Yeah.
I got the mummy thing. Ben Kingsley's in it.
So apparently this movie has also been shelved for like 4 years plus.
Okay.
Like this made 4 years ago, and for whatever reason, no one really knows that I've done my research that why they shelved it and why they just released it currently.
Usually that happens because it's a very bad movie.
Yeah. Now, from all accounts,
or something happens like that one.
Here's what I'd argue about this movie. Like when you say
people are saying it's not that bad.
Yeah, when you say a really bad movie, I'm like, okay. I'm smart enough to know that all of these movies can be, like, somebody can make the case that they're really bad. Gladiator, all of them. But this is a specific style of movie that looks good, like, on my TV. It's loud. It's got, it gets me with the, I put it in the category of, like, oh, CGI elephant's going to stomp this guy's brains out. Okay, I know what I'm up against here. I'm not looking for a wonderful story.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a fighting action movie. Anthony Mackie is a good actor. So my question to you is, Ross, why didn't they market it? Because they have unlimited money, right? It's Saudi Arabia. It's a Saudi Arabia propaganda thing, you know, and they spent $150 million making it. Why not dump $50 million into marketing and to almost guarantee that a lot of people see it? Because with $50 million in marketing, like, you could at least get the word out. It's weird. They seemingly put zero into marketing.
Now, the other way something gets shelved is if, like, events catch up to them. Like, they made that one, like, that one movie about a guy doing security in a neighborhood, and then Trayvon Martin happened, and they had to, like, shelve that movie, right?
It happened with 9/11 for some, you know.
Absolutely, yeah. So that kind of stuff, nothing like that happened with this film at all. Like, they didn't, like, there hasn't been an elephant attack in the news, and they had to shelve it.
I mean,
I don't think they would.
The war happening right now, but
my guess would be they got their checkbook out and they wrote a bunch of checks to make a movie, and then they made a movie, and then they didn't write any checks to people who know how to sell movies.
Okay,
which is like two completely different jobs,
no, you're
right?
You're right. That's weird to me that you'd spend so much making it and then not realize, like, someone had to have said, like, you have to, like, this is part of the movie business, marketing. Like, we've talked about it for years. Like, especially some movies come out, they realize, oh, this is going to be a flop, and then they don't spend the money in marketing because they don't want to dump even more wasted money into it. And maybe that's a little bit of this, but they didn't spend. It seems like no one knew that this was even out.
Was this?
Yeah, no one even heard of it.
No one heard of it.
Who was this movie intended for? Because, like, there's multi-million-dollar movies in India made every day that aren't for the American audience. They're just for Indian consumption.
I had heard that this was part of, sort of connected to the original build-out of that whole, like, okay, when this would have been about 5 years ago, or 6 years ago. Oh, Concrete Mike's calling in too. Hold on, let me grab him. Hey, Mike, can you hold on for 1 second, buddy?
Yes, sir.
All right, hold on. So from what I understand, remember when WWE made a big deal of rolling out that they did Crown Jewel, and they were going to do their first ever, like, Saudi big match and everything, and Jinder Mahal, a Middle Eastern wrestler, was very, like, so... That's right around the same time when you got injections into Live and injection into WWE and then injections into, like, they started playing in this Riyadh Comedy Festival. So all of and this was, I think, supposed to be a part of that. Like, they were kind of like timing everything from a marketing standpoint of, in the next couple years, 3, 4, 5, 10.
All these things.
We're rolling this all out, and this is supposed to be another one of those, like, this is a way of letting people know that, hey, if you want to film a great desert epic, we're your guys, because it was all filmed, I believe, in Saudi Arabia.
Okay, yeah.
So I think it was supposed to be like
Part of that marketing.
Part of that vehicle.
And maybe they got, because like the Riyadh Comedy Festival, for example, I don't believe they spent $1 on marketing that, but everybody heard about it just because it caught fire in the news and it was being talked about and it was a big deal. Maybe they're counting on that again for this movie. They're like, we don't need to market it. They'll be talking about how we made a movie, and it'll, maybe they were counting on the news effect.
Yeah, I thought about that too. It's
that.
like maybe by doing this, they will know I have a bad opening weekend, and then people will talk about that, and then they'll see it. That will go viral. It could be. I'm always like fascinated by the anti-marketing, using the social media to get you free marketing by
some people are masters of it.
Yeah. All right.
Hey, Mike, can you hear us, buddy?
Yeah, I got you. Can you hear me good?
Yeah, we got you.
All right, so
okay, you got to turn down like your radio or something because we're getting a weird echo. I don't know if that's on our end.
Hold on.
So, Mike's
listening to
Is
John
that any
Boy
better?
Billy.
Yeah, that's perfect.
So, Mike.
Right on.
I know why
What's
you're...
up?
Okay, so... You heard
Get
what
ready
I
for
said,
Tom
right?
to call you a liar.
Well, now, Tom, he's right outside the... I can see his shadow on your door. He's literally standing
Hundreds
right
of
there.
rounds.
Okay, hold on. Me...
And he's standing on an airboat, which is weird.
Listen,
He's got a dog head in his hand.
out of everybody in this room, me and Mike are the closest friends. I'll say that right now.
What?
I have hung out with Mike's been in my house.
You'd let him see Soapy Bud.
Well, damn, Tom, you make me feel special saying that. Thank you.
No,
Would you let Concrete Mike lay with your wife?
no, she'll never come back.
No, he'll give it to her good, too. You know he will.
Well, yeah, once you go concrete,
You never go soft meat. That wasn't my best work, but it worked.
I was at one time assisting Mike in my kitchen while he concrete saw a trench into my kitchen so I could run the electricity and some piping.
It was a good sign.
Now,
And how are you assisting? Were you baking him a streusel cake?
Ross, by him saying assisting, he was spraying water out of a pressurized pump sprayer. That's all he did.
Oh, you keep the dust down. You keep the dust down.
That's all I did. You said this is a vital part of being a concrete worker.
Hey, where's my dust boy? Dust boy, get in here, wet down the dust boy.
You said if the saw doesn't get wet, then it all of a sudden gets superheated and you can burn your face off.
If the saw doesn't get wet, you must have quit.
No, it's to control. It was dust mitigation to keep the dust out of your house, unlike your tile guys that day. Anyway, so
you're important as a feather duster, Tom.
I guess I missed the voicemail about the airboat story.
Yeah.
And I saw in chat that you're questioning the brakes on the airboat.
Yeah,
he's not just questioning, he's calling you, as Bubba Whoop-Ass Wilson would have said, a goddamn liar.
Yeah. He has challenged you to demand satisfaction.
And he challenged you to an airboat revenge tour.
Okay.
This is Florida on Florida.
He challenged you to a dual airboat revenge tour, no different than Fortnite on airboats.
I'm not saying you're a liar, Mike. I'm just saying that you may have been mistaken, that you may have misheard or missaw something you assumed was some reverse on an airboat. Like the propeller on the front.
This old redneck guy that builds these custom boats, he puts not only nitrous in these things, as I had stated in my message, but on the front of the boat, he puts a prop, a trim tab, reverse style, and has a button on his controller, on his handle for the props, and you'll hit the button and the trim tab will go down, and it'll stop the boat from trying to lift out of the air, or it'll slow you down real quick to make a high maneuver turn.
Why don't you puff on that?
During the airboat chase that we were on with FWC, they put up helicopters searching for us and everything. This guy ran up on ground, and luckily it was low water level, and he ended up coming down like a 30-inch drop up back into the river and threw himself out of the boat, and that's the only reason we got away from him. We come up around these fishermen.
Saying, case closed. Mike wins. Chat room saying, you're a liar. They say, you're a liar. They question your airboat knowledge now, and they say you're weak.
Man,
Kara said that. Kara's mean.
Dude, this cop searched for us for hours. They had the chopper over us. We drove the airboat about a quarter of a mile into the woods off this little area called Possum Bluff off St. John's River. And we turned the boat around and then tended it palm fronds to block the heat signature because they had helicopters up.
Nobody is challenging the fact that you were evading arrest from the police. We all accept that fact. The only thing Tom has a problem with is the fan on the front of the boat.
Yeah, he doesn't like the brakes. He's like, that's where it breaks down for him.
Revenge tour, check. Hundreds around, check. Dead alligators everywhere, check. It's the fan that we have a problem with.
Tom's like, I don't know about these brakes.
I just, Mike, you gotta understand, I've never seen this, and you understand, like,
if he doesn't see something, he can't visualize it, so he doesn't think he doesn't believe it.
Tom, you have a boat. You have a trim tab, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so take one of them, flip it around the other direction, and mount it on the front of the boat.
Case closed.
That, when it drops down, it acts as a brake.
Okay, but it's not a fan that blows.
I didn't say a fan. I didn't say it was a fan.
That's something we made up. Yeah, we made that up.
Hold on, the voicemail said it was a reverse
He
fan.
may have said prop, and we heard fan.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Okay, and just like anything nowadays, I'm not going back to listen to it. I'm just believing what I believe.
Well, Mike, I thought you meant that there was a fan, like a prop, that it was mounted on the front.
Do you just want to skip to where you apologize to him?
Yeah, no, man.
I was
you
right.
take that.
That's ridiculous.
What Tom's thinking is that, like
trim
skateboards,
tab makes sense.
skateboards now have two up sides.
Yeah.
Back when we were skateboarding as an old man, you had one straight side, and the tail of the skateboard would go up.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like now it's both, so it's ambidextrous. What we were envisioning is an airboat with two props on it, and he's just driving one forward. And I don't think that's a thing.
Yeah. Okay. The trim tab makes sense. So that that you have trim tabs that drop into the water that stop you.
Mike, your bit is trending. We've been using the iHeartMedia technology to test your bit, and I have to tell you that we've tested a lot of bits. We tested Nerd Jock. We've tested Kenny's bit. We've tested all the other old bits, some of the bits that we no longer have. You'll understand why we don't have them. They didn't test well. Your bit is testing higher than any bit that's ever been tested on real radio. Did you know that?
I even tried to go out of my way and get the music, the theme song playing at the very beginning of my voicemail.
Hey, you're working hard, man. You hustle. You hustle hard, and we appreciate the amount of time you give to our show. Thank you.
Hey, man, I love you guys. I got a few more animal stories I'm sure I can come up with.
All right.
I gotta think.
They don't have to be real.
Hey, Mike.
Well, no, I'm not going to make up, man. I ain't here to, make up stories and put this false, image of me out there. Everything I say is real, man.
I mean, authenticity now is more important than it's ever been, especially in the shadow of AI.
It's not fairy tale time with Concrete Mike.
Yeah, true.
Hey, Mike.
Yo.
Thinking about pouring my own driveway because I was gonna.
Oh boy!
Because times are tough at the Van household now, but my driveway is
like, lumpy bumpy.
No, it's not even lumpy. It's completely disintegrated in the middle, where it's just all rocks. It's like a rock pit because the damn roots have uprooted my driveway so much.
The trees that you love are tearing your home apart.
And then my from driving over with my truck, and then Crystal's like, "This is someone's gonna sue us." And then she brought up some story about someone getting sued because their driveway was all rocks and someone like a mailman tripped over it or whatever,
God.
Or like some
trash people are always afraid of being sued. Man, they're gonna sue us. Trash people always think, they're coming to get you. What are they coming to get? You got nothing.
I know. That's what I said. But it's just like our insurance will sue our homeowners insurance. That's what I was like. That's all you don't need a homeowners insurance.
So are you gonna have? Concrete might give you pointers on pouring concrete?
I'm thinking once I get all the concrete out, I get a Bobcat, and I just get that out of there.
Get a real Bobcat, and then Michael shoot it.
The roots are your problem, Tom. We've discussed driveway replacement before a couple of years ago, and the roots are your biggest problem.
Right in the face. It's like, we've been over this before. We've been over this before.
Mike, my wife's not going to let me cut the roots, you see.
You got to cut them secretly in the middle of the night.
No, she's going to be out there.
cut them in the middle of the night.
She's going to be out there.
Yeah, no, we discussed it. We discussed it. Like, is it going to kill the tree? My wife's worried about the trees. And I was like, if it's a root like the size of your thigh, then yeah, that's like cutting an appendage off. But, it might injure the tree. But if it's smaller roots, it ain't going to hurt them none.
Oh, their thighs.
That's science.
They're a bunch of thighs.
Randy, they got Brock Lesnar thighs.
Anyway, is concrete more expensive now than it was the last time we talked about this?
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Oh, why don't
it's
you
a
go
thing,
jet?
isn't it? Yeah.
Why don't you go jet black petroleum asphalt? Why don't you become an asphalt
It's
man?
not even the labor, man. It's the materials and the fuel and the delivery charges and all that. That's
Do
what's
what my
killing
dad
us
did.
right now, man.
Be too cheap for concrete. The Dennises were too cheap for concrete. So we had a concrete driveway, and it got all lumpy bumpy like Tom's. And what my dad, he looked at it, and he's like, asphalt's just as good as concrete. No, it's not that, but it was jet black. We had a jet black driveway, burned my effing feet. And I'm out there getting the newspaper, burning my feet, smells like tar, stinks. You could light it on fire. It had so much petroleum in it. Literally, Exxon Valdez, jet black. We were the only trashy-ass house in Brandywine in DeLand. Everybody else had beautiful, hand-poured concrete driveways or pavers. We had jet black, ghetto, horrible redneck, poor people asphalt.
Yeah, can I just put asphalt in there, Mike? That's cheap.
Say that again?
Can I just put asphalt?
I mean,
Do it.
You can.
Dan Dennis.
That sounds like standard for Castleberry anyway.
Do you want the luck of my father shining on you? The luck of my father. It'd be good.
Yeah, I trust that man with my life.
Yeah, you should. He's up there. It's like, do it, Tom. Don't be a goddamn pussy. Put that asphalt down and burn your son's feet. You'll make them tough as hell. Look at my little midget son. He's flapping his gums on the radio. I'm dead. That was it.
Tom, reach out to me on the side when you're not doing the show, and we can discuss your
That's what
driveway.
this whole thing was about. Just scamming. Yeah, that's what this is all about.
No, it's not.
Master manipulator at work.
No,
Now that he found out that concrete's expensive, I think he's going to be calling Asphalt Mike.
It's Asphalt Allen. They're bitter enemies.
All right, Mike. We'll talk to you soon, okay?
We love you, buddy.
Just remember, if you don't pour concrete, it's your own asphalt.
Oh, that's good. That's good. He had that chambered and ready to go.
I feel like that's on his business card.
If you don't pour concrete, that's your asphalt.
That's your own damn asphalt.
That's your own damn asphalt. That's good. That's a tattoo. You gonna get asphalt? Do it.
No, I don't know. I'm just going to leave it.
That's one step lower. I like that. My dad likes that too.
It'll eventually just turn all to gravel, which is fun.
You can even get the kids a couple of hammers and expedite the process.
Yeah, you could. You could break it up.
No, my sons will never do that. I can't get them to do no
Leave
work.
him alone.
Your wife posted a picture. I believe it was Max running.
Yes,
in,
yeah.
in a race,
Yeah.
and it warmed my heart. He was running towards her, and she was like, "Hey, you look like awfully sweaty. What happened?" He's like, "I dumped a cup of water on my head to cool me off." Right?
Yeah.
And then he ran past her. And as he ran past her, he saw a grown man approaching the finish line, and you could see him make up his mind. Oh, I'm gonna beat that guy, and he put the gas on, and he got to the finish line ahead of a
He's
grown
like, I'm
man.
going to ruin this guy's. Yeah,
Amazing,
it's awesome.
amazing. I loved it. It really warmed my heart.
It was such a
It was so
pre-ruiner.
good.
You're right. I
Yeah.
noticed this too. It's
Yeah.
such a natural moment because he's like, what? I can beat him. I
He
can ruin him.
looked up, he looked up, saw the guy, noted the speed. He's like, I could beat him, and just took off. It was amazing.
And he beat that guy.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
I have some stories about Melissa's race. I'll tell on the BDM show. But before we leave,
Oh, you pooped yourself?
no,
No, he's out of that game.
My foot.
He's out of that game.
The whole thing. Anyway, but
My left foot.
So Daniel has gotten a full face motorcycle helmet to ride a scooter because he realized that with the open face helmet, all he's going to do is fall and grind his face off on the.
Well, the way
concrete.
I'm falling, it seems like I watch a lot of, you can't not watch motorcycle videos, and a lot of people with open face helmets, they just, smash their teeth out.
Yeah.
The face is one of the prime places to protect on the human body.
It really is.
Yeah. I'd rather
Number
protect-
one, maybe.
Out of all parts of your head, it seems to me the most sensitive part.
I wish I had a helmet where it's just the face and then the back is wide open.
If you're going to turn something in my body into pulp, my right hand, not my face. Whatever.
So Daniel got a full face helmet, and have you been riding with the full face?
I can't do it. Especially with the beard and the mustache and the hair even.
Yeah.
Like wearing a full face helmet, like I almost need like a soft helmet, like an old football player that has a zipper or something. I can zip it on. Taking this thing off, all my hair explodes. It's all messy. It all gets tangled. My beard, it sticks out the bottom of it. It's tight. I went and got a Biltwell. It's my second Biltwell helmets, and they're good. They're really good helmets.
those are really good.
And they're beautiful. Like, I like the aesthetic of them, and I was able to find... I got a teal, almost like a Tiffany blue open face. So they have a metal flake full face that's kind of similar, but in that teal, kind of matches the color of my scooter.
Yeah.
So I was like, that'll be perfect. So I got the full face. the pads. I got to get new pads for the chin. It's so tight. It's just like smashing my face. It's a crazy. I feel more unsafe wearing that than I do wearing the open face. I also can't turn my head as much.
Is it because you're uncomfortable and like that's a distraction?
Yes, I think I need to get more reps on the helmet. I mean, I have to start wearing it around the house.
So the full face helmet on a motorcycle, it does take away some of the aspects of riding.
It makes me
a
feel like I'm in a car. Thank you.
Yeah. It's like putting your car just on your head.
It's a car head.
because it takes you out of like being out in the open, which is why people love riding motorcycles, which I love riding motorcycles, is like the fact that you feel like you're out in nature,
it's free.
out in the environment, and you get, you put something on your head that encapsulates it. It kind of makes you feel inside again.
It's like wearing a condom. It's more safe, but it's less fun.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, that should be a biker T-shirt, right? There's got to be a biker T-shirt that says that. But yeah, I hate it, and I'm not going to lie to people. Like it still has the chin strap and everything. So you go through the double loop, and then you loop it through, pull it through, and then you do the little snap under the chin. It's so snug and tight, and I know it's proper. I know it properly fits me. I know it does because it's tight. And it's supposed to be snug.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have your helmet should not, as much as you think, oh, this is more comfortable, it should not be flopping around.
In an event, you don't want your head bouncing around inside of there. You want it nice and tight on there.
You do want it tight. And so I put this thing on, and I've been I used it all weekend when I was just running errands and stuff. And it decreases the level of enjoyment on the scooter by like 65%, maybe 70%. I like my beard blowing around in the breeze because I've always wanted a beard that blows in the breeze like an old biker.
Yeah.
And I have one now. And then now with the full face helmet on, just a little bit of the beard comes out, and then it goes up, and then it's like in my eyes. It's not. I understand why people hate seatbelts and hate full face helmets. I get it.
So and if you look at it mathematically, you're only increasing your safety by X amount of percentage, a small amount. But you went from helmet. Now, you went from zero helmet to full face. Now you're increasing it by a lot. But you went from, a 3/4 helmet to full face. It's only going up like, all right, now you're 8% more safe. And then in a likelihood of an accident, which is still small, and you're decreasing the fun by 40%, which makes this not worth it, I think.
Yeah, I can almost...
right? Ross knows gambling.
Go ahead,
you're
Ron.
increasing overall safety 8%, but you're increasing facial safety 100%. And as we discussed, the face, very important.
You know what? I love doing these because I have learned something from you. You're pretty good. Like, I like to give you credit. You're pretty good with your averages here. Helmets overall reduce fatality risk by 40%. So you can't BS that.
Yeah.
A half helmet, though, is 10 to 20% higher risk of a brain injury than a full face. So I'm taking a 10 to 20% higher risk of full brain injury when I'm not wearing my full face helmet. Now, I'd also have to average that out a little bit, that I run the full face when I go outside of my home area. Around here, coming to the studio, I will wear the half. But if I'm going, like I went to Fritz's house to play drums that day, didn't feel comfortable not wearing the full face because I had to go into some areas that kind of byline with I-4 and some other interstates, and people are crazy.
Is that thing they say where most accidents happen within a block of your house true, though?
Yes.
Is that true?
It's got to be. It's crazy around here. I hate driving around here. It's actually easier to drive my scooter away from Baldwin.
Well, the fact that the accidents happen near your house, that's because the way your brain works is that you're so used to making these turns.
You autopilot it.
That you autopilot, and then a lot of times your brain will not see an incoming car or something because it goes the laziest route. So because you've seen the same street, you looked left and right hundreds and hundreds of times, that sometimes your brain will just revert back to what it's like. Instead of seeing the actual car coming, it'll just go back to a memory of like no car. And then because it's lazy, and then that's how you get hit.
Is this from like a State Farm pamphlet, or are you just making it up?
I've heard this too.
I think that's how it works.
No, this could be Florida trash stories because we're both Florida trash.
Yeah. I always assumed it was just because statistically you drive the most within a block of your house. You're
true.
always like either going or coming
Okay.
You're right.
You're doing it again. This is the second time. This is the second time we've had Tom and Ross meet. They shake hands like world leaders. They're like, okay, dog. dog. Okay, dog. I love it. I love it. My God.
All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back.
You can take a quick break. I'm going on a revenge tour.
Get out of here.
A corporate time. Welcome to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. We are live on Twitch. We're live on YouTube. We'd love it if you come and hang out with us. Our good friend Melissa doing a lot of great videos that are on there. The Swervy Joan cartoons are on there. Shout out to Swervy, who's trying to still finish his video game that looks really, really good. And, all kinds of great content. Just search for @TomandDanLive, and we are certainly glad you guys are putting us in your ears or your eyes or however you're getting the show.
Amy LaCourse is here. How you doing, Amy? So Amy's got a...
it's broken.
love that.
I'm getting rid of it. People hate it anyway. So
Amy's got an Orlando Fringe show coming up at the Yellow Venue. First show's May 13th.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Get that Fringe button. It's literally next week it starts, and Amy's doing of course, her stand-up / therapy with local comedians who we all know. And I know they're crazy.
yeah, a lot
all
of these
crazy.
people are just confirmed psychos.
Yep.
So give us for people that may be catching you for the first time, especially on like YouTube and whatever.
Right.
Give some people some of your background of, not just comedy, but like kind of like your background professionally.
Sure. So I am a licensed therapist in Florida, still counts. And I started a show where I have the stand-ups come up and they do stand-up, and then I give them a diagnosis after the stand-up. Also, when you're in the crowd, you're part of my psych support, so you're able to ask questions of the stand-ups.
Okay.
So they do their stand-up set, and then I do my session, and then I ask if anybody has more questions. And it's a really fun way for everybody to kind of get involved. Sometimes it's serious, sometimes there's crying, sometimes there's laughter, sometimes there's yelling. You never know what's going to happen. I never coach anybody on what to say, so there's no editing, there's no censorship of any kind. So it could be the weirdest, saddest thing you've seen, or really heartwarming.
Do you try to tell them, like, is there anything off the table? Has
do.
anybody come to you with, and I'm not a big fan of this, but anybody come to you and said, like, hey, man, I'm triggery with X?
Sure, yeah. I send them a whole survey before they start, and I say, on a scale of 0 to 10, how real do you want to be, number one, and also, are there any topics you don't want to talk about? And when I give them a diagnosis, it's only on their character on stage. So I don't bring up that I know this guy did this thing with it. You know what I mean? I don't bring up, like, trashy
the underage
stuff.
thing that he did.
I don't bring it up.
Yeah. We don't talk about it. It's a different time. Yeah, Steven Tyler. I'm looking at you, Steven Tyler.
Oh, don't get me started on Steven Tyler. Yeah. So would I get started on him?
Yeah. If you're like a young girl, he comes by in a bus. And,
would you let him molest you?
Yeah. Would you let him wrap a scarf around you?
I would not, number one. Number two, the fact that he had his daughter in his video like that, I felt that was so uncomfortable. When I was 16, having a 16... No, I'm not in.
Scratch out Maisie in my video. Scratch that out. Scratch
I don't want to keep her from opportunities, but... and it was such a sexual video. I love that video. It's burned in my brain. It's a great video.
Yeah. Well, I was a young teen watching it, and I was like,
crying video.
Right, with Alicia Silverstone.
Yeah. You can see her bra.
Yeah.
They were so beautiful. Anyways.
That's when they worked the pole, and then they jump back in the car, they drive off into the sunset.
Yeah.
And I was a young boy. I was like, man, one of these days I'm going to have one of those whores. I said that.
I thought that too.
You thought that too? Yeah. And that's why we formed a company.
Look at you.
GetThemWhores.com.
Living your dreams. Good job, guys.
Said any of that.
So, Amy, I'm curious, like, in your time of doing this, have you ever gotten where it got too serious and then got too far away from comedy? Because that's a hard balance. Because you're on your stage with comedians. Mm-hmm. You're a comedian. Mm-hmm. And so, but you're also a psychologist. So, like, you're doing a kind of a real therapy session, but it always leans towards comedy.
Yeah, it's harder when I don't know the person, right?
Okay.
Like when I don't know the person, it's hard for me. Like one person I gave a diagnosis of autism, and they're like, I've never heard that in my life. And I was like, uh-oh. And then it turned out,
guy.
Yeah, and it turned out that they were, and almost every time after every show, I have a couple of people like that have, comedians that'll be like, oh yeah, I did go get checked for that. Or, oh, my wife says I do have that. Or, so I try not to be too real about it. I try to mix it up with like real and like silly. Like I'll do like an autism diagnosis and then like middle child syndrome or something like that. I try to like mix it up, and then it's so much of improv too, where it's like, for improv, like you don't try to be funny, you just try to be authentic, and then whatever happens is still interesting.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's an awesome concept.
Thank you.
And again,
oh my God, another sloth died. This is bad.
it did.
Yeah, we're gonna have to nix the costume. We ordered a sloth costume. Right?
Hold on,
this is
Amy.
aging like milk.
Hear us out first.
Yeah, this is aging like milk. Our sloth costume. I don't know what we're gonna do with it.
Between the magic and sloths, I want to die, you guys, and I can't take it.
I know which is worse to you, and you can be honest on the show: the Orlando Magic losing or the loss of the sloths.
They're pretty. The sloths have to be. No, I don't know. I don't know.
That's an honest answer. That's a fair.
I'm from Orlando. It's not fair.
It's a tribute to sloths. It's like an Elvis impersonator. It's a tribute to the man himself.
I like that.
But how soon were there impersonators after his death? Well, I guess at his funeral.
Oh, immediately.
Yeah.
But what are you going to do in the outfit? I guess that's the
nothing
question.
disrespectful.
I don't believe.
Nothing disrespectful. Just spray champagne in her eyes like Dan Newland.
don't tell her secrets.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Our first video is going to be a sloth spraying champagne into his eyes like Dan Newland wearing a tiger print rash guard shirt from Zara.
Do the sloth, but the Aerosmith video and the stripper pole.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Steven Tyler sloth.
God, we need to hire Amy.
Okay.
Yeah, you're really good.
Sold.
Sinister mind. My God, you have a sinister mind.
I'm curious, this may sound like I do this a lot. Where
you say this may sound horrible, and then you say something horrible.
No, not horrible, but this may sound like I'm belittling or somehow this is an insult. But it's not. It's a pure curiosity.
Pure curiosity.
Why are you so stupid and dumb? Why are you dumb, lady?
I'll ask you why I'm so
Hello,
dumb.
kid. It's me, Dr. Cure Personality.
How, what's the process of getting a license in psychology or to be a therapist? Is it
harder than sloth license?
Can I do it online?
Yes and no. So my day, you could not. I couldn't do anything online. So mine's legit. But I have my.
So you're calling out other people. I like that you're calling out other people.
A license is a license.
Old school.
She's gatekeeping it with her license. I like it.
So for my license, LMHC, licensed mental health counselor, you have to have. I had a 4-year degree in psychology. And then a 4-year master's in mental health counseling.
Jesus.
And then you have to go get your license, which is 2 more years of working for free as an intern. And then you have to take a full test. So for about 8 or 9 years it takes.
Oh, well, that's way harder than I thought.
Yeah, it's pretty hard.
Am I correct in assuming that this was your career path at the time?
Yeah. I wanted to be a therapist since I was 12, since I was a little kid.
But can I just go online?
You can be a coach. You can be a life coach.
I'm a priest.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like Daniel went online and then paid.
I have been for years.
And I
Universal Life Church.
You said you weren't going to be. You said you weren't going to be offensive, but I could tell it's about to.
No, he's not. He's changed his ways.
It was dumb, and I can do it online.
He changed his ways, baby. Take him back. He changed his ways.
I'm just asking you what I could do myself to get licensed and be a licensed
You're going to have to
therapist.
go to college for 8 years at least.
Oh, you can barely do that for 5 years. Was it 6 or was it
to
6?
do it legitimately, to do it for real, and to do it and get insurance, and to do it just like I guess a plumber. How long you have to go to school to be a plumber?
Oh, 0. You could be a plumber tomorrow.
Can you be a plumber if you just have the knowledge?
I don't know.
Yes.
Can we? I'm sure you have plumber fans. I don't know.
Oh, we have modern PI. I mean, they'll tell us, but I think
how long it takes.
You could have grown up with your dad and know everything about pipes and get in there and just kind of form.
Yeah, you're a plumber.
Your own style of plumbing.
You can't do that in therapy. You cannot.
Okay. Right.
And you could really harm somebody. Like, you could really mentally harm somebody. Like, I worked on the units. I worked at the state hospitals and forensic and all that. Like, if you're not doing a good job and you're not paying attention, you can really harm. Like, when I was very young and I started, I was like 25, someone killed his mom on my caseload, and I'll never forget that. Not that I did that.
Oh, man.
But
Well, Tom,
I wasn't skilled enough.
Sorry, it's all the same. 4-year apprenticeship to become a journurman plumber. So
4 years.
Basically, if you're going to do anything, you got to put in at least 4 years.
Yeah, I just want to say I'm a plumber. I
think Mario does that.
Does he?
I don't think he's a real plumber. They've never depicted him in any video game as actually having any plumbing knowledge.
I never saw no plumb. No.
I don't think he's a plumber.
No.
I think he's just a lazy Italian that F's off all day.
Somebody.
I've seen a lot of shaking pee-pee dogs that are service animals. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
And that is a license.
So you just wear a vest that says plumber, and then you pee in the corner of the room.
Or emotional support person. You could be an emotional emotional support person.
Okay, all
You
right.
can be a volunteer.
Can I be a licensed emotional
I can't give you a
support?
license. I'm not licensing you. Is that it's not a franchise.
Will you vouch?
You can't buy
How
a
about a vouch?
franchise.
How about a vouch? Like, I vouch for Tom. Lose advice.
I won't ask you for that. I'm just saying, I can go online
No.
and then just get some sort of license
it's definitely
in
out
Florida.
there. It's
You
definitely
can go
out
to
there.
school online now. Nowadays, you can do school online. You can do therapy online, which I do really like. I do therapy online, and I like it. So you can do stuff online if that's what you're asking. Yes.
All right.
See, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, so the answer is yes.
Yeah.
Licensed mental health professional Tom.
Yeah.
Counselor.
I'm not joking. I wanted to become a licensed captain.
Yeah.
Because you could do that online too. And then I just wanted to pay someone like in India, like a $5, and be like, hey, I'll pay for the online courses.
I had
and you
no
just
idea
take
what you were
this.
talking about. It sounded like you were going totally racist too. Like, I just want to pay an Indian to take my test for me. Like, what is this guy talking about?
No, and then I become a licensed sea captain.
Yeah.
Like technically. And
How
then
long does it take to be a licensed sea captain?
Well, you can just take a course online. It's a lot of
Do
money.
you even know if you even looked it up? Because you don't sound confident. You don't sound like a person that knows all the steps. You're like, I can just do it online. Let me look it up.
Well, I just figured this.
I mean, this is America. You can do whatever you want, honestly.
That's what I'm basing
If that's
this
what you
all
want to
on.
hear me say.
Yes.
That's what you want to hear.
That's what I'm basing all this
I love
on.
that.
This is America.
That's
I can
funny.
do what I want. All
Would
right.
you ever be a therapist? Would you want to be a therapist?
Well, I don't want to do any of the work it takes. I just
Yeah.
want to say I am.
Just
See,
say.
I'd be a great therapist,
yeah.
I think.
And
I
I
think you
kind of-
both would be. You both have talked
No,
to
I'd be
human.
better. I'd be better.
Yeah.
Because I care more. I'm more affectionate.
That
Like-
can be bad as a therapist.
No,
though, if you
not
care
for me.
too
It's not
much.
bad. No, not for me. It's not bad. I'd be able to tone down my advances.
You think?
Yeah,
I know-
I'd be able to tone them down.
And I think I know the gist of everything enough to get through the scam of it, if that makes sense. Like you would believe.
That's so funny. I want to go to a therapist that kind of just gets the gist.
And then I
Oh,
probably
dude, you're not going to pass any of this to be a real captain.
What?
The first one, you're not even going to pass.
What? No, I'm paying.
No,
an
the vision.
Indian.
They an actual real sea captain. If you wanted to get a U.S. Coast Guard's captain, like a real, like a license,
Yeah.
on the open water, you have to pass a vision.
Oh, I did that.
No, you can't.
Yeah,
do
yeah.
no vision.
Remember, we
No,
went to the optometrist. My
That
perfect
was
vision.
9 years ago when Lee worked for our show.
It's still the
No,
same.
it's not still the same.
love
Oh
it.
my god!
You won't wear glasses?
You
You
were
won't
looking
wear
for your
them? I do
glasses
wear
this morning. He was
glasses.
looking for them this morning, and he wears the clear glasses.
Well, you
Oh
can
my
have
god! What do you
glasses.
think you are? A TV scientist like Mr. Wizard? You wear the clear rim glasses? Who the hell do you think you are? You think you're Beekman? Are you Beekman?
All right, let's switch
What
topics
happened to old
here.
Beekman's World? That was a good ass show. Beekman was good. Shout out Beekman.
So Daniel was talking about he went to the butcher and like he like ordered his meat.
Yeah, I was making
ground pork.
meatballs, and I needed ground beef, and I needed ground pork. They
Yeah.
went to they're not everything's out in the mornings, and I go early, right? So the guy's like, "Hey, ground pork's not out yet. I'll get it. I'll weigh it, wrap it up for you. I'll set it up here. When you finish with your shopping, swing back by and grab it." I swung back by to grab it, grabbed it. When I looked at the package, which is a weird thing to do, I guess, too, Andrea's like, "Man, I don't even know if I'd look at it." I looked at the package, and it said, "Whole fresh rabbit."
Okay,
This is at Whole Foods.
All right, yeah.
And my grandpa, Ira Lee Atkins, was a GD rabbit man. We ate rabbit. He shot rabbit. He hunted rabbit. He was a rabbit
Was
guy.
it a poverty thing though?
May have been.
because like
May have been,
you know,
but I ate rabbit. I ate the Hassenpfeffer, the German stew, rabbit stew, all of that.
Yeah, like I feel like we're eating rabbit and squirrel is mainly more of a like it's a cheap.
So you're
meat.
calling us Virginia trash?
well, roundabout, yes, I am.
Look at me. Do I look? Look. I want everyone to look at the camera right now. Do I look like Virginia trash?
Maybe West Virginia.
I'm talking not quite full Virginia. I'm talking Martinsville, which is on the border on North Carolina.
North Carolina.
I am Racetown trash. We moved from Martinsville to Daytona, I guess because of NASCAR. I don't know. Trash.
If you were Randy Travis shirt.
No, this is a hybrid Macho Man and Randy Travis. This is Macho Man Randy Travis.
that.
That's an awesome.
All the bases are covered.
Yeah. Yeah, this is. I do look like Virginia trash.
So first, I did not know.
Oh my God, it's so hot in here. We're gonna die.
You can. I know our AC broke.
Yeah.
And then our landlord's like, "You call the AC repairman."
Do it. You POS.
That's what I just did.
Go eat your rabbit and sweat. I know I'm gonna take off my
And then
jacket.
he didn't answer. So then I did not know that you could actually choose rabbit as an option at
no
Whole
idea.
Foods.
Protein. It's a
Fresh
good
Market or
lean.
Whole Foods?
It's a good lean protein. I can hear people telling me that it's
Like duck, I understood.
too
but,
greasy.
But
Too
rabbit,
fancy. Duck's fancy, isn't
Duck's
it?
too fancy. Everybody, one of the biggest tummy aches I ever had, and yes, I said tummy ache. I went to see, remember from the Buckethead show, Prince, their old producer? I went to see him in L.A., and he took me to Grill 'Em All, which is a death metal-themed hamburger joint, and they famously fry all of their french fries and everything in duck fat. It's the first time I ever had duck fat. And I went back to my hotel room in Studio City, like L.A., and I proceeded to poop like 100 times. Duck fat is not my friend. I have no gallbladder, no duck fat for me.
I never had it.
ducks shouldn't be considered fancy. They're like flying rabbits. They're up there. They're everywhere.
I think rabbits are fancier, if I got to be honest. I like the taste of rabbit way better than duck.
But rabbits are everywhere, including I see like 50 rabbits a day when I do my bike ride with Crystal.
Oh, my grandpa said you should shoot them.
You're leaving money on the table.
They're all over
How many
Baldwin.
can you get me a day?
They're all over
Yeah.
Lake Baldwin.
It's our new
They're
business.
everywhere.
Oh, on Bunny Trail. Yeah, we call it Bunny. Yeah, that's the Bunny Trail back here.
Yeah, and then Crystal ran over one.
Oh, my God.
And
As an animal lover, did that
Yes.
break her heart? She's got to
Yes.
sell her bike now. She got to sell her bike. It's a killing machine.
in the same ride, she hit a squirrel and a rabbit in the
Wow.
same
Oh,
day.
God, she's not an animal lover. That's no animal lover of mine.
And
Big
then
day.
she was
My God.
freaked out. I like heard her screaming when she hit
Jesus, cars don't even hit that much. I couldn't do that with a gun.
it. Oh, I was laughing. I know. Just one of the chances. It didn't kill it. It just bounced off her front
Scared it
tire.
to death.
You know what?
No, they're tough as hell.
That's actually a test on the captain's test, is to laugh at animal death. And you passed that part. You passed that part.
People don't realize how tough squirrels, rabbits, like anything
Well,
that lives outside.
they're rubbery, so they can get run over and bounce right back.
They are tough ass wild animals.
They are wild.
Don't be confused by how cute they are. They are tough as hell. Anyway, so Amy,
Yes.
I wanted to talk to you about this new thing that Daniel told me like a couple months ago. We haven't talked about it yet. So there, you know how like Cameo exists, right? And you can get like personalized messages from, I'll say pseudo celebrities, like influencers and stuff, and like a lot of times it's cheap, $30, $50.
Yeah.
So there's this new app called Podstars.
Yeah, Podstars. You can check it out, podstars.net.
And so what it is like people just like Cameo put up their profile, and then you can pay to interview them on your podcast.
Oh.
You're like, for instance, do you know what Butterbean is?
No.
Okay.
You don't know Butterbean?
You should know. You should know. Well, I was going to call you a friggin' idiot. I was going to call you a friggin' idiot. Well, here's something I know about you now. You're not a good American.
It's true.
Yeah, you're not, because Butterbean is he was the Tough Man competition's American hero. He's a big fat bald guy he's this guy right here. So you can have Butterbean.
He was I think he's still a professional boxer, maybe, but he was
No. He went to Diamond Dallas Page weight loss camp because he had some rough years and he could barely walk. And then DDP got him back into fighting shape again. DDP gets every old guy that's about to die. DDP teaches them how to walk. Diamond Dallas Page will teach the old wrestlers how to walk again and live the rest of their life out. He actually does good.
Yeah, he does do good.
Diamond Dallas Page is single-handedly saving the lives of Jake the Snake, Butterbean,
Wow.
and probably like 12 or 15 other wrestlers that are drug addicted, dying, don't have their S together. And he's like, you got to do some yoga. You got to eat some vegetables, brother. You got to live.
Yeah. His
And
message is good.
His
It's like-
message is
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
I
yeah.
love making fun of him because he's easy to make fun of. But his message is
love
a
it.
good message. But yeah, Butterbean, you can get him on your podcast right now.
Okay.
$150.
That's great.
30 minutes of Butterbean for $150.
And so now they're just offering like these, pseudo celebrities, influencers. They're like, hey, I'll do an interview on your podcast.
They want us on here.
And, and then you could pay them and do that, which is a pretty interesting concept.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure how popular it's going to be, but and it's pretty, like even Tom Arnold, I guess he's maybe is like getting paid.
He's getting paid.
But he's available and it's pretty reasonable. Like you can get an hour-long interview with Tom Arnold for, I think it's like $500, right?
Wow.
Yeah, he's like $300 to $500. Most of these people are like wrestlers. I mean, you could get Don Beebe. Remember old Don Beebe from the Buffalo Bills? He's free.
Free?
Yeah. Don Beebe is no
Oh, they
price.
have free on there. Too.
Mark
That's pretty
Marrow
cool.
is on here, but he's a little more than Butterbean.
Mark Maron is?
Mark Marrow.
Oh, Marrow.
Yeah, he's
an
too
actual
fitty.
wrestler.
He's too fitty.
Yeah.
Wait, you didn't tell me who Butterbean was.
He's an ex-professional boxer,
Okay.
and
Tough man competition guy.
And so he was always fat, hence his nickname Butterbean.
Butterbean.
And so,
Yeah, fat bald guy.
Yeah. He one time punched Johnny Knoxville in the head, and just for a jackass. I think he'll, maybe get Parkinson's later from it because it is severe brain trauma. Because he was known for punching insanely hard.
And being very tough. Like he could take a lot of abuse. He'd just kind of stand there in his American trunks, and some guy would unload on him, and then we'd all like, "Oh, wait for it! Oh, here comes Butterbean!" And then he'd like rally back. But there's not a lot of. Not a lot of good singers on there. Like, not a lot of... Tom Arnold's, like, really the get. Everybody else is, kind of like, meh.
How much do you use, like, peer-to-peer, like, apps and services? Like, of course, Uber and stuff, but did you do any other ones?
Like where I order humans for things?
Or, just any of these services that, for...
Do you count Uber Eats as one of them?
Yeah, Uber Eats. Do you Uber Eats a lot?
Eats. No, I don't Uber Eats anymore. I feel like a bad person when I do that. Like, I don't want people serving me or waiting on me, so I feel really bad about it. I don't like Instacart. I don't like it where I have to, like, outsource, like, me being a piece of crap. You know what I mean?
Okay, that's fair.
That's an American way!
I feel real
never
bad
heard
about
it put
it.
like that, but outsourcing me being...
Right, like, I work from home. Like, I literally have nothing to do. Why am I paying $7 for someone to get me something? You know what I'm saying? So, and, like, I'm older. I'm 43, so the only online dating I ever did was, like, AOL chat room. So I've never did any like.
So you've been molested.
Yes.
Yeah, we all have. We all know what it's like to be in there while some old man talks us off.
Yeah, and we used to have to like send pictures in the mail versus on the internet because we didn't have scanners. But I don't think I do much on the internet where I buy things like that. Amazon doesn't count because that's not humans. Peer to peer. I would use this for my podcast because I have a little podcast. So I wouldn't mind I wouldn't mind paying $150 for Tom Arnold to be on my podcast.
It's just hard to quantify if it's worth it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like...
For you guys have people that want to come on your podcast.
We'll never
You've
get
built
Tom
that,
Arnold, though. Like, honestly, we were joking around, and you may hear it, though. We were talking about doing the one with the Island Boys.
Yeah.
Do you want me to play that? I have that video.
Well, one of our listeners, Eric Rodriguez, he likes to bully us, and especially me. And that's fine, because I like to bully
It doesn't
him back.
hurt you guys. You guys don't get hurt with the bully.
No.
You don't get too hurt.
I look at it like it's my love language. Like it'd be like when I give my friends, like good friends, and make fun of them.
I think you have to look at it like that. If they're talking about you, that's the engagement, right? I mean, that's the way things works now.
They make fun of me. Like being, bullying someone is to me like hugging them with my words.
Oh my god!
With your hatred.
It's not hatred. It's love.
Dangerous, right?
I'm bullying because I like them.
But then if you're nice to me, what does that mean? Does that mean you hate me?
No. Unless with women, I'm old school sexist like that.
Yeah,
it's hard for me to bully women.
We'll treat you like a delicate flower, like you are. You just sit there, cream puff, and you'll be all right.
I'll take my shirt off, put it over the puddle. I don't want to get your
What do
feet
you need?
wet.
Where's the weight room at? It's fine.
Here, allow me. Let me get this door for you, my dear.
Yeah, but everybody else, like when they bully me, I look at it like, that means they like me.
Right.
So Tom had made comments about the moon, right? What is this a video in regards to with this Island Boy video that I'm about to play?
And Amy, you could. So I at night like I tell my son, I try to tell my sons interesting facts that I've learned and picked up throughout the years.
Which is what everybody wants when they're winding down at night.
And then my sons, and my whole family really
is like one of those screens that rotates at a restaurant you hate that's giving you fun facts, and you're like, oh, great, another fun fact.
Hey, okay, let's do
the president's wheel.
Let's do some therapy with me, Amy. Okay. All right. So you can, and anything goes with me. You can say anything.
All right.
Call me an R word, whatever you want.
Yeah, she's not going to do that.
So,
but okay.
Engagement. If it helps your engagement, we'll go.
Hey, do it. It's on you, not us. And I'll edit it so you don't look that bad.
I appreciate
So
that.
I am a little long-winded sometimes. It's probably because of this career.
Yeah.
And then
No. Can I add? I think sometimes you're long-winded because you're afraid your point. I'm being serious now. I think you're afraid your point isn't getting. Like you're an overthinker, so you bring it back around to make sure you cover all the bases when you're telling something. It makes you a really good storyteller, but it also makes you, at times, if it's something insignificant, a very long storyteller because you're always looping it back around again.
Yeah. So I'm repeating myself. I know. I talked to my mom. Does this?
But you're covering bases. It's nothing wrong with it. It works great. When we're thinking out an idea, he'll bring it back around so many times we don't drop the ball. Do you see what I'm saying? It's not a. Sorry if I'm being too serious, but it's not a bad thing to have.
It's a symptom of ADHD as well.
No.
Right?
Why did you just go?
It's because you're talking it through, and it's almost like an emotional regulation. It's almost like wringing out
coping,
like
a coping skill, if you will.
Yeah, for sure. And it's like you're wringing out. You're emotionally regulating through the words. You're self-soothing.
Oh, don't tell him that. He thinks self-soothing's gay. Oh, God. He told me that. I'm like, I'm self-soothing. He's like, he's gay.
I'm sorry, guys.
I thought it was a
He's like, why don't you get a woman to soothe you? He's like, self-soothing.
I'll reframe it. I'll say you're being...
Incel. You weird-ass incel.
You're beating your emotional meat is what you're doing.
There it is.
Oh, he loves that. He loves that.
Okay.
Well done.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah, that was the pivot we needed.
Long story short, my family is tired of hearing me talk and tell stories about things that I find interesting. And then one of the things is how the moon was created. I happen to know how the moon was created, and I know the whole
I happen to know how the moon was created. Does anyone else know this?
Can't wait to
Wait, I'm like, do you? And then my sons are like, I don't know. And then I'm like, well, I'll tell you then.
Right.
And then I go this
But
long
what if they're like, it's good? Would it hurt your feelings?
Don't you want to know? You just want to live in a mystery?
Sometimes living in a mystery is kind of fun.
Yeah.
And anyway, so then they just check out, and then now it's become a family joke where they're like, oh, God, Dad's going to tell us about the moon again and all the stuff he knows, and they're tired of hearing me talk.
Right.
And then I'm like, well, what the hell? I do a show. My career is based on people listening to me talk. So
I tell thousands of people out about the moon. What's the difference in them and you?
People pay me hundreds of dollars to talk, and you get it for free.
I did say that. and then I'm like, well, it has to be somewhat interesting. It can't be just, I understand.
Oh, you mean
if no one liked it, then you can have a point.
Oh, like you mean like when your family doesn't want you to make jokes anymore because all you do is make jokes?
Well, it's like
I know that guy.
if Banksy draws his son a picture and his son don't like it, he has a right to get mad at him
Well, here's
for
the
not
thing.
liking it.
Because he's Banksy. So are you Castleberry Banksy?
The thing about it is Banksy's doing it because Banksy wants to do it. He's not doing it for his son.
Yeah. True.
Okay, all right.
True. Yeah. You're not. Are you doing this because you want to do it? Or are you doing it for them?
Well, yeah, but I'm teaching them about the moon and about
But you're
things
not.
I know.
They don't know nothing about the moon.
But who's it for? And like as a parent, I know too because being a parent can be very boring. I love my kid, but it can be long and boring. And like especially when you're just sitting at the house and like I want to tell jokes or I want to tell stories, and they just want to like talk about what they want to talk about. So I do the same thing, and my kid does not want to listen. So I have to ask my kid questions, so they'll talk about what they want to talk about, and then I can like tell a story about what she wants to hear. But if I just go in just talking about the moon, she's not going to have it.
So
do you lead with moon? You really? You lead with moon?
At the end of the Super Bowl, they're always the kids of the players, and they're on the field with all the confetti and stuff, and then
they're like holding them.
Yeah, they're holding them, or they're like toss around the football, and they're like, "Oh wow, my dad just won the Super Bowl," you know. And then the kids are so like,
is that
impressed.
what talking about the moon is? It's exactly the same. I feel like the energy.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
And when I see that, I'm like, "Oh man." God, like, it's unbelievable.
Right.
Like these kids idolize their old man.
You don't know that.
So much.
You don't know that.
They're so impressed
No,
by
they're just tossing a football. How are you reading all of that, Adam? That doesn't mean nothing.
Like they think their dad is better than all the other dads because
I
he
don't
just
know if
won
they
the
do
Super
that.
Bowl.
Yeah.
You're assuming all of that.
So how could they not think that? If I was them,
Because-
if my dad was Tom Brady, I'm like, oh my God, he's so
a
bad.
strawberry weirdo.
I'll kiss his lips.
I think it's hard when you're in this field because you are used to people giving you that kind of attention, and then when you go home and you don't have it, it feels strange, and then you have to earn it in a different way because
So he's spoiled.
you're not. I think it's just like you're used to the dopamine hit of people being impressed by you, and then your kids are so used to it that they're like they just want you there. And I feel like when they are older, they're gonna be like, oh, this was cool, but at the same time, like you can only be impressed for so long. They can't always be impressed with you every single night.
Is that what you require? The king requires you to be impressed with him at all times.
And that's why you do peer-to-peer things.
I'm the king. Be impressed with me.
That's why you hire other people. You outsource people.
Psycho. Jesus, I don't even want to do me because I know I'm twice as bad as this
I'm
guy.
terrible too. I am too because I want to feel that connection. And like if they don't like what you like or they don't care about what you care about, it hurts. I brought my kid to an event with me last night and she was on her phone the whole time. You know what I mean? I was happy to have her there, but I thought I was doing something kind of neat. But here's the thing. At the end, she's like, you know what? I might want to do that next time. So she didn't seem excited, but it still rubbed off a little bit. And I think that's how it is with them. I think it'll rub off later as they get older.
You'll get your moon. It'll just be, you know.
What does that have to get you? Like, you get it later.
I know.
Like that's the
Time
worst
release.
part. Yeah, like the worst part is like it takes them to become an adult.
Well, you
and
may
then
be dead by the time they get it.
I know. That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you do it for your parents though? I mean, I know my mom was an artist and I was like, Mom, stop painting murals on my walls. You know what I mean? Like I didn't appreciate my mom's cool or weirdness when I was a kid either.
Oh, she would paint murals on the walls, and
every
then you
day.
didn't like it.
Every day I would come home, there's a different mural. She would like every.
That's what psychos do. My God.
I told you I had a
This
sad
lady,
life.
the Castleberry Strangler. The Castleberry Strangler
God
also
damn.
used to paint a mural every day before he'd go out and select his victim.
One room was like a Oriental scene.
Can't say that.
I can't. A scene, not a person. a
Can't
scene.
say that.
Another was like
I get the gist.
She bought a bunch of birds and painted a bunch of birds on the wall. Our back porch was all. Anyways, I didn't
Wait a
think it
minute.
was
Your
cool.
wife paints murals on the wall and birds. Your wife painted a mural of herself on the wall.
That's amazing, and I
Just
love
her
that.
profile.
I'm not talking crap about nobody's wives. I love that, but it wasn't cool when I was a kid, and I didn't appreciate it. And you know what I mean? Like she thought it was something that was expressive and cool, and I was embarrassed by it or bored by it.
You know what's the best part
But
about
now
when people
you-
do murals in their houses? They're always left unfinished for years.
Not my mom.
Oh no!
It's crazy painting murals fast.
You just you start it and then you're like, I gotta
Not
move on to the
mine. I have white walls in my house now. It's a trauma response for sure.
But now you appreciate though, because that is a cool thing that you know, like your mom was painting art on the walls and everything.
No, now I'm resentful of it because my mom did it for her. Like I would ask her to paint me something. Like one time I asked her to paint me a flower and she painted me like a 1950s lady instead. So she was more concerned about reliving like her like childhood versus like me. So I'm resentful about it a little bit, even in my 40s.
Oh, come on! painting a
So are
painting
you
every
saying,
day.
are you in a weird way sort of saying that when he selects the topic at night to talk to his sons, that maybe he'd get more immediate gratification out of it instead of the time release moon bomb, as I'm calling it, if you let them decide the topic of conversation?
You're right. You can't lead with the moon, just like you would with a stand-up set. When you do a stand-up set, I'm not talking about stuff I want to talk about. I'm talking about what I know is going to get the laugh in the room,
Right.
and then I ease into my period jokes. You know what I mean? Like nobody wants to hear
Okay.
about that, but I have to start
I'm
with.
period jokes first. I'm the weirdo. I'm the weirdo. I'm like, let's do it.
Well, let's find your crowd that comes and listens to it. You know what I mean? Like you have to cater that to them, just like you would in entertainment, if you want them to love you the same kind of way.
All right.
I think this is good advice. I think you could put this into play.
Get a set going.
and kind of see what happens. What if it works? What if you get in there and you're getting an extra time?
I ask them what they want to talk about. They're like,
No, you can't.
I don't know.
Don't put the burden on them. You can't put the burden on them. We've
What?
talked about this before. You have to know them enough to know what they like.
Yeah, you got to jump right into anime. You got to go Demon Slayer crazy.
What
You got to
the-
learn it. You got to learn Demon Slayer, and you got to go full Demon Slayer. You got to
Oh, it's
learn it,
true.
and you have the body now because you've been working. I've been telling him, if
No.
you want to win these guys over, you walk in the room one day wearing a full Demon Slayer cosplay outfit that you bought and you threw like $1,000 at, and they'll be your best friends forever.
It's so so true. And
You'll win them over.
It's so hard because my kid had a big anime time too, and I don't understand it, and I'd have to like really kind of tap into it. But the thing is, the more you keep them talking about it now, the more they're going to talk about stuff that you like when you're older. Like they'll get there. Like now, my kid and I like we go to concerts together. We talk about same pop culture stuff together. But she's 14 now.
Yeah, you were just talking about that with me off air about like sharing that pop music bond.
Right. I wouldn't have normally loved pop music.
Right.
I would have never listened.
Yeah, who
to
cares?
like,
I like pop music now. Maisie loves pop music. Guess what I like? Pop music.
Yeah, I would have never listened to Billie Eilish, and now she wants me to go to Billie Eilish with her.
That's
You
awesome.
know what I mean? So and it's not like faking it or lying it. It's just trying to understand her side and getting her to talk about things that she likes. And then sometimes she'll talk, but she won't talk about comedy. She won't talk about this. She does love the radio, so she's excited when I am on the radio. So that's probably why I try to get here so much to show my kid that I'm cool.
Hey, well, shout out to your kid for thinking the radio's cool.
She loves it.
This is a podcast.
Well, you know what? We love you. Thank you, gosh darn it.
She loves it.
Does she love podcasts more than radio? That's her generation.
No, because we restrict the phone, so sometimes all she'll have is her radio in her room, and then she'll just keep it on all the time.
Oh, you're building an old school kid.
We're trying to.
Well, she could come in here and talk on the show one day
if she'll do it. She's a little nervous. Whole family welcome.
When and if you're ready.
Yeah.
You know, at your discretion. If you want to come in and do a radio show, I'd love to talk to a young person about why she likes the radio.
Yeah.
Because I love the radio too. It would be selfish for me. I'd be like, I'd love to geek out with somebody.
She gets so excited about it. And like she knows all the commercials. So we never had commercials when she was little because we were on Netflix and stuff.
So she knows they're like nickel pickle sale.
Right. But when she hears commercials on, she's like, do we need that? Do we need that?
She's getting brainwashed by commercialism.
No, she's like, it's like an old lady like on a toilet. Do we need that old lady toilet? Like, yeah, honey, we need it. So she loves commercials. It's novel to her. It's exciting to her, you know.
So she knows all about Title Lock and all those commercials.
She knows all the
Newt
the
Gingrich.
lawyers, all the
Newt Gingrich comes in and he's like, minorities may be stealing the title to your home online, and then everybody freaks out.
She knows.
Oh, yeah,
she knows all. Yeah, but she knows all the lawyers. She knows like all the names of all those places. So it does. It's just so you know, your advertising does work on the kids if you can get them listening.
There you go.
So my kids are addicted to screens, just like every
Screens
American.
are cool. Screens are cool.
I'm a real American. My kids are addicted to
You're
screens.
a butterbean. Yeah.
I'm grade A bean. And just like everybody.
I'm a standard bean.
And it's the biggest problem in the house, and I don't know how to control it.
It's really hard.
Do you have that fight?
We're all addicted. Me, my husband, my kid, we're all addicted to it. So it's like
But so you dialogue about it then?
Oh yeah, and it's like we try to not have it in the car. We try to not have it at meals. We have to like monitor some things. Like we stopped doing like Roblox and stuff like that. Like anything that she was getting too addicted to, we'd have to really modulate it. But now she's 14, and it's like it's ebbing and flowing. We're all addicted to it. There's no answer.
The best part of Roblox is that it is the only way you can get around Florida's porn ban is to go through Roblox.
So sad. It's so upsetting. So upsetting.
Oh yeah, my sons are Roblox.
She was obsessed, and then she got hacked. And she was little, and she was like 7 or 8. We got her a phone early because she rode the bus early, so we thought it would be a safety thing. But it's scary because like they can be in your house. I hate the phone. I wish we had never gotten phones, honestly.
Yeah,
no way around it.
No, there really isn't.
I don't know how you. Yeah,
you can't put it back in there.
No, you really, really can't.
I like the saying you can't put the genie back in the bottle, and I'm like, I think you can.
He goes back in all the time.
He's got smoke legs.
No, you can't.
He literally lives in there.
No, okay. I can correct. I have thought about this a lot.
Oh yeah.
You can shove him back in there in his human form only, and it's going to be messy.
Okay.
But the smoke form, you got not a leg to stand
He doesn't
on. You
go
got
back
nothing.
in?
No, you can't. How are you going to tuck smoke into a?
But he goes back in the movies, doesn't he? Just go back in. He lives
He
there.
can fly himself. He can fly in smoke form back in there, but you can't tuck smoke. That's an impossibility. You can't do
We
it.
gotta waft him.
But if he's in his human form, you can knock him out and then cut him up.
Cut him up. Or Genie,
Put him in
up.
a barrel like they do on Reddit.
Is that what they do on Reddit?
Yeah, if you meet a woman on Reddit and then the relationship goes sour, you cut her up, put her in
I'm too scared to be
put her in a barrel, put cement
Only
in
Reddit
it.
I go on is y'all's Reddit, and then I get
Don't
out.
go on that one.
Amy,
People are mean.
let's end with your friend show. Let's talk about the comedians that are coming on stage with you, because I think we've had every single one of these comedians.
I think we've almost had everybody
on the show at one point in time. So
we got Ryan Holmes from Monsters in the Morning.
Yep.
We have Ross Pageant from Ross Sauce and
Tons
everything.
of trauma from Ryan Holmes.
Oh, is that
No,
right?
seriously. Yeah.
Is it?
Oh, yeah.
I'm interested. I haven't seen a lot of his stuff, so I'm excited to that. I love when I don't know
He'll
what they're
be
going to
great.
say, so I'm not even sure what he's going to say.
He'll be great. Ross will be great.
Ross-
He'll balance the trauma. 'Cause
Right.
I don't know if he's
Ross
had
has got stuff too. Ross has got serious stuff. Ken Miller, who's on Real Radio. James Yan as
Yep.
well.
Love those guys.
Rue Nafasat, my bestie.
Love Rue.
Love her. And Alina, she's Alina Siddiqui. She's actually a therapist, so it's my first therapist ever that I'm going to have on the show with me.
Wizard battle.
Oh, yeah. How's that going to work?
I don't know. I'm kind of scared of that one.
Does it switch back and she tries to
read you?
I'm sure she will. I'm
Okay.
sure she
I don't
will.
think that should be allowed.
It's.
I feel like you should leave your gun in your car like Buffalo Wild Wings. You can't. Look.
Yeah.
You
There's
can't-
no rules on this show. I don't force anybody to do it any kind of way. I really just roll with it, and then we find what we find, just like you would in therapy. Like I don't control it. We never know what's going to happen or what we're going to find on the show, which is really exciting.
Is there any guests that you are like particularly looking forward to? Like I want out of all of them, I'm just trying to make you pick a favorite. So.
Oh, pick a favorite. Well, I'll tell you who I'm most scared about is Miguel.
Oh,
Because he's so smart and he can be so mean to me.
Very
So-
guarded too.
Yeah.
I don't know much. I love Miguel. He comes in here a lot.
Yeah.
And I think he's awesome. But to be honest with you, I don't know. He's very guarded. I don't know that much about Miguel.
He's really quick.
He
He's really
chooses what he
smart.
shares. Oh, he's lightning fast.
Yeah.
And he can cut me down so fast.
So fast.
And he'll make fun of me and I won't even know that he made fun of me. And then I'll go home. I'll be like, oh no.
and
Jokes per minute, he's ripping.
He's
Like,
seen-
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just because he's been living in the sausage castle for 15 years, he's seen the most atrocities.
He has.
I'm sure he
Out of
has.
all,
But he's also an enigma because you don't know that much.
Yeah.
Like the Sausage Castle kind of sits as a place where things happen there. You don't know what happens.
Right.
I mean, he's by far the toughest comedian in
He's
town.
so
right?
tough.
I would agree.
Because
One of,
he's
yeah.
seen so much. He's been,
And he's whimsical on top of it. Like he'll be able to talk about trolls. So there's just
He's very well read. I
Well-
feel like the guy, he knows a lot about everything.
if he wants to mess with me up there, he probably can. So I just have to be ready for that.
And
So
you guys have known each other a while.
a little bit. Like we do the radio together. That's all I know him from is from Real Laughs or whatever. And he'll go into that making fun of me being a woman and being woke and stuff like that. And I have to just be ready for
Wait
that.
a minute, you're a woke woman?
Wait a minute!
Oh, God.
Everybody just turned off. I know. I'm sorry.
Pause. My God.
I thought you were like Sarah Palin.
I did get some Nail and Palin vibes.
I thought this was
Yeah.
Nail
Oh
and
my
Palin.
God! I thought you were. I've been thinking all Lisa Ann. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Charlie
yeah,
Kirk's
yeah.
wife,
Yes.
Miss Kirk. No, so who am I excited about? I love having Ross on the show. He is just really open and really fun. So he's not my favorite, but he knows Fringe really well. So Ross Pageant really knows how to play the game. And you know who I love having is honestly Rue. Rue knows how to lean into her dad stuff and the improv stuff. The best people on the show are the people that really just lean into the wildness of it and get open about it and don't get scared. The people that clam up are the ones that have the most difficult time.
All right,
Interesting. So
quick,
give in. Just give in.
Just give in.
quick psych pop quiz. I
Yeah.
just thought of.
Yeah.
What's the personality type where all they do is jokes and nothing could be taken seriously?
Avoidant personality disorder.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right. No, Daniel doesn't really have that, because Daniel. But I know certain comedians,
Right.
that I've talked to before, where there's no normal back and forth.
Yeah.
It's
I know what
only
you're
joke. Jeff
Yeah.
Howell is kind of like this,
Yeah.
where everything that even when they're talking, I'm like, is this going towards a joke? I think this is like
It's
he can't-
avoidant and probably some neurodivergence as well. So that could also be on the autism spectrum where they can only speak in a certain way. And that's a lot of comedians, honestly. I would say a lot of comedians are on the spectrum and have a hyperfixation of jokes.
Okay, what is neurodivergent?
So that's ASD, so autism spectrum disorder. You have on one end you have ADHD and things like that. On the other end you have autism or what used to be called Asperger's, and it's that full spectrum. And really it's you have difficulty communicating. Sometimes you have a hyperfixation of only communicating about the moon. That's it.
How dare you bring my professional conversations with my sons.
And there's different levels of support. So some people can live really, really like just quote unquote normal lives, and some people need more support to communicate. So a lot of comedians that I know would say they're somewhere on that spectrum. To be good at comedy, I feel like you kind of have to be sometimes, because you have to love it and like be obsessed with it in a way that a lot of like healthy people aren't.
Yeah. So it leans itself towards this career because of your personality type.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And history of trauma and a history of pleasure seeking or like jumping off a bridge type seeking type stuff. You know what I mean? All that, I think I see that as a type for stand-up comedy, especially.
Can trauma ever be good?
I don't like to say so, because it can make you numb, right? So where they say like, oh, I'm going to beat it into them. Like, yeah, this person's going to comply, but it doesn't necessarily mean they're going to learn or be better from it.
Okay, yeah, because I'm worried about my sons having too little trauma. No, seriously, like their lives are too good. Every weekend is fun.
Yeah,
it's just all fun and games. Like, and me and Chris are not fighting. We're not drunk. We're not beating each other.
Yeah. Have you seen how fun it is to get drunk and fight with Have you tried that? It's fun as hell. I'm like,
I'm sure there's micro traumas.
I guess adversity is the better word. If you can seek adversity to find them, like I guess like an escape room or something. Like I'm working on that.
Oh yeah, that'll make the president of tomorrow. Hey, why is your kid so talented? Well, every weekend we get an escape room. Look at him now. That'll work.
I grew up with a lot of trauma, and my kid doesn't have any. My husband did as well, and we talk about that. Like, they're not going to be able to know how to deal with the world like I do, but also I deal with the world in such an anxious way. It's probably better.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because I worry about that too. It's like, yes, just because you had trauma and they were all tough as hell.
Right.
I'm like, well, what does that do?
But I'm not really tough. I mask. I'm able to show you that I can take something and then I'll go home and think about it for 10 years.
Oh, I do that.
Hey, look at us.
and then you hold on to that, completely lowering your quality of life inside your mind.
It's the worst.
Yeah, it is.
And, it wasn't like all the trauma that I went through. Yeah, I have a lot of knowledge and I am able to help people so you can make good out of it. But would I want that for my other people in my life or myself? No, I would not want that again.
That's a great answer.
Thank you.
I'm thinking about staging kidnapping.
Stage a murder. What if you had me murdered in front of your house?
That's why you leave a note.
I'll sell the hell out of it, too.
And I'll be like, hi!
And you're like, he's coming, can hear me breathing at your door. And then go, all right, false alarm. That was just a test. That was just a trauma test.
Are you getting scared? All right.
How do you feel? Are you inspired now? Check your grit levels. How's everybody feeling?
Yeah, finding ways to give them adversity that feels comfortable for you, I guess, as a parent.
All right. I don't know what that is.
It takes more work.
I ain't doing nothing.
So much easier just to beat my wife.
Go on vacation to beat my wife.
Just give them their iPad. They'll be fine.
Okay. Amy LaCourse, again, her friend show coming up May 13th, the 19th, the 22nd, the 23rd. It's at the Yellow Venue. You can go orlandofringe.org, get that button so you can go to the shows.
It's the only show I can think of where you're guaranteed to get just a chock full of room of funny people. Yeah. And I guarantee it will be funny, but you also learn something too. So,
oh yeah, I forgot to say it was funny. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's a funny ass show. That's primarily.
I forget to say it too. Someone did a write up about it, and my dad's like, "Oh, now I know what your weird show is." I know it's a weird show, but yeah, you will have a good time.
It's primarily funny. Make sure you get your button and your ticket. That's the way it works.
You'll get some free therapy too. I always do therapeutic crowd work at the beginning as well.
Hey, awesome! Very cool.
That's why
get there early.
We do this
and be a great patron. Yeah, be a good patron.
Yep, Amy, thanks so much.
Thanks for having me.
And we will be right back. Welcome to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. We're live on Twitch and YouTube. Come on over and watch the podcast, or don't, because we started as audio only. But you can find us on YouTube at Tom and Dan Live.
Shout out to Corey from Core Flooring. I met him the other day at my sister-in-law's new condo.
Yes.
He took some measurements. She's looking at some luxury vinyl plank.
Hey, all right.
Yeah, I was impressed by how pro he was.
Oh, yeah.
And we talked for a while, and old Real Radio listener that's been listening for, he's not old.
I know what you mean.
He's been listening to you
legacy
since.
Lister.
Yeah.
Gold star lister, if you will.
Yeah. And just a great guy. So if you're in the need for any flooring, talk to Corey from Core Flooring right there in Winter Park.
Yeah, Core Flooring, FL. SoftAnimals.com.
Yes, yeah. And he'll take care of you if
will.
you're a Tom and Dan listener.
He's a very, very nice man. In fact, he helps out animals. He was the first to donate.
Yeah. My sister-in-law loved the fact that a portion of his sales go to animal rescue.
Yeah, absolutely. He was one of the first, if not the first, that I saw that donated to the Central Florida Zoo to help out the sloths. Another one passed away.
Yeah.
Justice for Dumpling. That's all I'm saying. Justice for Dumpling.
That sloth guy must be every time
Sweating.
he sees
He's
another. He's
And they
like,
have
they're
cute
coming
names
to
too,
get
like
me."
Bandit. I'll never forget. Never forget Bandit. Never forget Habanero. Justice for Dumpling.
Like,
you monster.
Every time a new sloth death hits the news, that guy must be.
And they're getting. Have you seen them? Have you seen the sloths that have died? They're getting cuter every time they die.
Yeah.
And their names are getting cuter too. Dumpling is the last one.
This guy has had a terrible run at a sloth.
The next one, it'll be the cute. It looked like a stuffed animal. It'll be Slothy Wathy passed away.
All right, let's do some weird jobs.
All right, you know what we're supposed to do with weird jobs. Supposed to have a weird job song, and I got one. And you told me my only direction was you told me that our guest works in the medical field.
Okay, yeah. Well, specifically medical simulation.
Okay.
I don't even know what that means.
All right. Well, you're sort of answering and asking my question at the same time.
All right.
When I hear people that say, like, oh, I work adjacent to medical, this is what everybody thinks.
If you work in the medical field and you're not a doctor, you don't count. You just don't count. You don't count. You just don't count.
You don't count. If you work in the medical field and you're not a doctor, no one cares. We'll see you next week.
Why would you say that? On the line with us is Chris. How you doing, Chris?
Good. How you guys doing?
Good. So, Chris, you work in medical simulation. I have literally no idea what that means.
You do it with your wife every other night. Hey!
Yeah, so the simplest way to think of it, if you guys ever heard of like CPR classes or television shows that, talk about CPR classes, it's taken that and going the extra mile with anything but CPR. We use mannequins, we'll use virtual reality.
That's like the old butt rock. Anything but, we don't play anything but rock, but CPR. That's the only CPR I know how to do is butt CPR.
Oh, I know where you're blowing into.
Anything but CPR. I call that the whale.
Yeah.
So is it basically to train doctors and medical professionals about how to work on patients just using like dummies and VR?
Yeah, pretty much. In the simplest terms, it's how to do treatments, how to do skills, or even how to talk to people. We'll hit that wide gamut. My specialty is physician, doctor-wise, but we also have nursing as well that we'll cover from our end.
Okay, so let's start with the basics. Like, what kind of like medical simulation dummies you have, and what kind of procedures are they simulating?
So, like I said before, we can do simple CPR. We can do an intubation, like putting a tube in. We can do surgical procedures as well. Some of the mannequins will talk. They can move their arms. They can get upset. It's quite comical to watch sometimes to see how the doctors react to them overall.
So the mannequins can talk in the simulation to the doctor he's in the simulation. He's working on the mannequin, and then like the mannequin turns to the doctor and is like, I'm under anesthesia. Open your blouse. I don't know. I don't know what it says. I don't know. That's what I would say if I were under anesthesia and in the simulation. I'd be, I have a tendency to get spicy when I'm put under.
Do you give them? Can you program an accent?
Can you put a Bluetooth in its ear and have it yell at its wife in the waiting room?
Absolutely, it's very customizable. We use a little bit of AI behind it, or we talk for the mannequin. We can change the voice.
Wait, you talk for it like Crush the Turtle at Disney?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, where you're like, where the kid walks up and they're like, hey, what's up, little blonde-haired dude? And then the kid's like, what? It blows his mind because he has blonde hair?
Yeah, because you're literally in a different room, like talking through
like
the mannequin?
Mickey Mouse, like Magic Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, we'll have cameras. We have a one-way mirror glass that we can see. They can't see us.
This is fun. We could have a lot of fun with this. This is Impractical Jokers.
I was about to say, this is a perfect Impractical Jokers prank.
Let's do this. We'll be the swamp Impractical Jokers, because those guys aren't funny at all.
We could have Daniel on the microphone.
Yeah.
Okay, now give her a wet willy. hey, now give her a freaking wet willy.
Chris, can you facilitate Daniel Impractical Joker style?
Hey.
This will be our new social media.
In the earpiece. You're in there. You're like one of the doctor's assistants. I'm in your earpiece. I'm like,
Okay, now pretend you got diarrhea.
that's what they always do. They're in the earpiece, and it's always diarrhea or something like,
Yeah, but if you're the voice of the dummy, and then you got some medical student, some greenhorn in there that just got out of medical school,
I think I'm having a medical emergency,
and then you start talking through the dummy, scaring them. So, Chris, with how advanced are these dummies? Like, you talk about like putting the tube down the dummy's throat. Like, is it really accurate? I mean, how accurate is it compared to doing it to a real human?
It's probably about 90% accurate. We can also make different modifications to make it a harder situation for the doctors, to where they have to do more advanced procedures. The advancement on these mannequins, some of them can move their arms. They can, like I said, turn their head. They can track you when you first come in the room as well, or their eyes move. So it's pretty a really crazy world overall to see the advancement just from a simple CPR mannequin to that overall.
How much do one of these, because I know it's probably one of the number one questions that I know our listeners would want to know. When you're dealing with this stuff, it is very sophisticated. My wife kind of works in the medical field, as well, as why I made the joke. I tell her this all the time. Not a doctor. But she helps coordinate the software, because a lot of these things, the software is it just like Facebook, just like Instagram, all the stuff we use here, Logic, Pro Tools. It's always updating and changing and breaking. Yeah, so it's constantly being updated and then improved, updated, improved. How much money is like what are we talking here for like one of these, eye tracking
medical dummies?
Depending on the size, if it's a child or an adult, because we have different sizes as well, they can range from $200,000 to $500,000. It just depends on what kind of bells and whistles, like a car almost. If you want the basic package, it's cheaper, obviously, but your bells and whistles, you're close to $500,000.
Wow,
in most cases.
That's an insane amount of money.
Yeah. Well, that's way too much. Right?
Well, no, because I bet you how many people
200,000?
How many people can train on this, right? I mean, how many doctors can train on this? Whereas before, like trial studies, because you hear those ads where they're like, they'll do trial studies, but you got to get people in there. And most of these people, sorry, I've seen the people that do trial studies, because earlier in college, I thought I'd make some money doing a trial study, and I went to do it. And when you go there, it ends up all being unhoused people.
Yeah, they're the homeless.
I did
the homeless.
I did it. It's me sitting there, college kid at UCF, me and all homeless people sitting there, yelling, screaming. It's wild.
Yeah, well, you can get a homeless guy for $100 easy. He'll do anything for $100.
But it's gross.
Yeah.
This medical dummy, way easier. He won't yell at you. He doesn't carry a knife. He doesn't have a dog with goggles on.
How long do they last?
Probably about 5 to 6 years for most of them. They used to last a lot longer, but like with anything in life these days, they don't last as long. Depends on what we do with them too, because we can do trauma scenarios. We also work out in the field with taking them out into the hospitals or helicopters, ambulances, things of that nature. So it just depends on
the Impractical Jokers would love to helicopter a dummy.
Daniel's talking to the mic.
Yeah, I'm like helicopter it.
So, so what other, what's the most advanced medical dummy that you have, and what can it do?
Right now, probably the infant I have, one of our babies that we use, probably one of my most advanced here. But even my other adults, they can spit at our doctors. They can cry.
They can spit at your doctors. That's awesome.
Yeah, because they are mimicking the regular
what a baby does.
Well, and also then even with the adult ones, you get the mentally ill and the homeless in the hospital. They're there all the time. If you talk to anybody that works in an emergency room, it's mostly mentally ill and homeless,
and they live there with you while you work.
And the cops just drop them off at the hospital.
As a joke. They're like, watch this.
Just drop them off. They're like, here, you take care of this mentally ill.
Not my problem. He peed in the back of my car. You take him now.
So they'll actually spit at you?
Yeah, we can have them spit. We have some that will actually vomit as well. If we're we can use food contents, we can use fake blood. Depends on, again, what the objectives are for that scenario, what we want these doctors to learn and be successful in. We always tell them when they come here, they can make mistakes, obviously, and you can't really kill our dummies, but our goal is to always set them up for success with unique situations. Like you said, mental health issues or critical traumas, things of that nature.
There's an intense peace of mind that's floating over me as a high anxiety person of knowing that there is a baby doll that trains a doctor like they're trying to put a tube down its throat, and it will start barfing, and then the guy will have to react because that's a real thing that happens.
Yeah. So it's like
This is like one of the better weird jobs we've done where I'm like, I definitely see the point in this, and it would also be cool to train on something like that and see just to see how it feels, because I bet it's hard. I bet it's hard as hell.
Yeah, it would get you used to the procedure of dealing with a normal, regular human, and if the more, it's like a pilot training in a simulator for emergency scenarios over and over.
No different.
And then so when you're Sully and we get a bird strike, you've done it 100 times in the simulator.
It's just muscle memory at that point. Can you kill these dumb? You know what I mean by that. But like, can their eyes close? They vomit, and then the thing goes lifeless, and then you're like, sorry, you get an F because
it's like crashing the plane into the Hudson.
Kind of traumatic.
Yeah, and that's what we try to take, extra steps here when they come to our offices, our sim labs, or when we go to them, is remind them that, yes, this is, a simulation. We do expect them to react like they would in the real world, but it's also a safe environment to make mistakes. We don't necessarily, kill them off every time, but we want them to know how to react, what processes to implement, what procedures they have to do, so that they're quick about it. So when they go out to the ERs or to the floors, they are, helping our patients in the end is our goal.
Do they have these for surgeons with simulating an organ transplant or different surgeries? I imagine that you would have to cut into the silicone of a dummy, and then those aren't
probably disposable parts that you can.
How does that work?
Yeah, absolutely. So some of our vendors we use will have maybe not a full size mannequin, but just the torso. And depending on the procedure, they'll replicate different organs, vessels, and then we can put fluid through it to simulate, okay, if they cut a certain vessel, it's going to bleed in a certain way. That way it's as realistic as possible. We obviously, we use a lot of VR for that, but what we have found with VR is it's not very tactile sometimes. So we have a lot of different options to do more actual hands-on tools and whatnot.
Yeah, I think I'd rather not have the VR. Give me the tried and true old Mythbusters silicone dummy, pump some liquid through it, have the guy cut it, and then if the dummy bleeds out, have him try it until he knows how to not do it. You know what I mean? I think that it's cool to think that we've gotten to a point where we know so much about the human body that we can make a silicone version of it to practice on. What a great thing to do.
I mean, I imagine in the future when we start, growing our own organs and stuff, and they're getting
I'm
close
growing
to this.
mine right now.
Well, I'm in 100 years, you'll have a replica torso with real organs, lab grown, that doctors can train on. That you know what I'm saying? Where it was it's basically exactly like a human body with organic organs that have been lab grown that you could do surgery on to practice for surgery.
And then us as the normal public will be able to buy these cadaver robots and have them sent to our apartments for love. Because that's the crossover will happen. You start with a medical baby, next thing you know, some dude's dating it. That's the math.
I was about to ask you that question, Chris, where sometimes industry, the robot doll industry, is more lucrative in the sex world, and therefore there's more advancements in that industry than the medical world.
This is why people love your interviews. You ask the tough questions.
And has that been at all the case where the sex doll industry has actually advanced technology that these medical dolls use now because that's where the money's at?
Not to my knowledge. What's interesting, we were talking about the airplane world earlier. That's kind of where medical simulation really started in the early 1950s, 60s. But from the industry you're talking about, not really to my knowledge, at least.
All right.
All right, we tried to perv it up, and he didn't bite. All right, we'll try another way in. We'll try another way in.
I'm sure in some way it has. They just don't want to admit it.
At least one of the guys, like you, in another state has walked by and put his balls on it.
Yeah,
I know it.
Because I'm sure some actual scientist has looked and seen the sex dolls, and they're talking, and they're
he's like, mine just vomit.
And how their mouth works, and they're like, we can use that in the medical industry. The realistic mouth. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, hey, everybody. Dr. Horny's here. Hello, it's me, Dr. Horny. Oh, look at your mouth. Oh, I love your mouth.
So
I don't know why that was the voice for Dr. Horny, but it just seemed to fit.
Is this something specific to certain regions, or do all of the United States do medical simulation training?
It's pretty nationwide, honestly. It is a small community, but it's nationwide, and it's actually very internationally recognized as well. We've done different trips to different countries and seeing how they've implemented simulation as well in different, either in hospital systems or out in the field from the trauma perspective, or even military. So it is very nationwide out there, but even internationally, it's pretty cool to see what other nations do with this type of technology, more than sometimes what we do.
Do you have real ER doctors come in and help you modify your robots to act more realistic? Hey, I've done this for 20 years.
Almost like
a patient always reacts like this.
Like continuity on a movie set.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You get a real Green Beret to tell you about what your movie is doing right and wrong.
Yeah, absolutely. The facilitators, if it's from the ER or from surgery, we work collaboratively where I'll help more of the technology side of things and make their vision happen.
Yeah.
They kind of are that content expert that we rely on to say, hey, is this realistic or not? I have a medical background as a paramedic, but not as a doctor necessarily. So we rely on them to kind of help us with that.
What's the hardest sliding scale part of what you do? Hardware or software?
I would say hardware on making sure we have a backup system in place if we have a failure. If it's when we're recording, if our cameras go down, or if our simulator just does not want to communicate correctly. I would say hardware, and that's something we harp on a lot in reference to having backup solutions. If the mannequin's not going to want to connect today, how can we do a backup plan to make sure we can still do an event?
Yeah, I was going to ask you, I know this sounds like a really stupid question, but at a time when all devices are hands-free, are these dummies... Are they, because I'm an old school guy, right? When I run my Xbox, I use an Ethernet cord and everything is plugged in because that's just the way I do it. But for
Ethernet, that's the worst net.
But for these guys, I'm an old head. I realize that. Are these Bluetooth? When you say it can't connect, what do you mean by that?
Yeah, so absolutely. The primary way we use it either is Bluetooth or Wi-Fi, but we have the backup Ethernet cords ready to go at any moment. Being in a hospital system, we deal with a lot of interference from the nerd talk side. But we have everything from back, even to serial ports for some of our simulators, because we know that's true and tried and we don't have interference and things of that nature.
Correct. Yeah, sometimes you got to go backwards in technology just to make sure that it works. Yeah.
And
it's crazy to me that you have to build in backwards compatible redundancy systems to make sure that you can train these people, but it makes sense. It makes sense.
Is there a white whale medical procedure in your industry that is really hard to simulate?
That's a great question.
In fact, a
pacemaker, putting in a pacemaker,
or some sort of common problem that you haven't dialed in yet. That you're like, man, we still can't get this right in the simulation world.
To answer that question, honestly, it's some of the procedures that we try to simulate. Sometimes we may not have the actual feedback that we would on a real person. We have a separate lab here that actually will use cadavers to help bridge that gap sometimes. Pretty popular in the orthopedic surgery world, where, yes, we can simulate certain procedures, but doing it on a real person really makes a huge difference. My specialty is not in cadaver side, but we do have that world as well that we will dabble in.
Oh, and that's the hottest story right now, the cadaver side. You saw that story breaking yesterday.
What?
I don't know if this is an old story or not. I don't think it is. But a gentleman that his mother passed away, and you can donate the body to be a cadaver for what?
Medical research.
For medical research. But you also can tick a box that says you don't want it going to the military. And he apparently ticked the box saying he did not want her body going to the military. And then he finds out later, and I don't know how you find this out, but he found out later that she was strapped to some sort of bomb and blew his mom to pieces.
Wow.
They strapped her to a bomb?
Yeah, well, their body. She was already passed.
Yeah.
And he was like, "What the hell? You blew it!" And then I'm seriously. 50,
how the hell did you find that?
It's a news article, and then like all these families are now suing because like 56,000 bodies got sent to the military, I guess, to be strapped to bombs and blow up for fun. I don't know what they're doing out there. I don't know what they do. I don't know why you're like,
what is that testing?
Fun. It's testing fun. This is so fun blowing up these cadaver bodies with these bombs. You can read about it. Google it. It's out there. It's out there.
So, Chris, I'm curious because you work in the technology area of medical, where I've read a lot of stuff about people believing that surgery will eventually be taken over by robots and artificial intelligence, and that in the future there will be no need for human surgeons. How far do you think we are from that?
We're going to catch heat for that.
What?
Surgeon. There's no T on the end of that.
No.
No, they hate it. They've been saying it, though. You've said it like 50 times today. Surgeon is not a thing. Hey, I'm a surgeon. It's surgeon. It ends with the end. And I have to say it, or they're going to, sergeant. They say it in the chat room 1,000 times, and I'm over it.
Who cares what the chat room thinks? You screw you, chat room. You think you want to come do my job? Don't
come here. Stay where you're at.
You could probably
stand by. What was that old phrase?
Stand by, stand down.
Yeah, stand down, stand by.
Until I tell you to stand up. Anyway, what do you think, Chris?
So we do robotic surgery already, but we don't have any, to my knowledge, AI implemented right now. I think it's going to be many years to come before we see that. I'm sure there's testing going on right now, but we do a lot of robotic remote surgery for different procedures that kind of help make it more simpler or less invasive for the patients. For AI, I don't know. It's going to be quite a few years because we all see the struggle with it. Sometimes it's great. Other times it has its problems.
So, I mean, quite a few years are that way, like 6, 8, 10.
Yeah, what are you talking? Come on, we need an answer here, man.
Because if you're like, yeah, in 10 years, I'm like, well, that's not that far. Like, 10 years is nothing.
I mean, we already, like, what I had done in my hip, I could be wrong on this, but I believe that my doctor, it is a robot, but he's guiding it. Yeah. He controls it. But I do think that it's like, it's doing some work, he's doing some work, they're checking each other's work. I like that. I'm always on board with having a surgeon. What if I start saying it? I'm always on board with having the robot plus the surgeon doing, like, you know what I mean? Like, two is better than one, always.
Well, until the robot's like, there's no need for this human. He's so dumb.
Put a bolt in his head.
Do you understand that I know,
he's doing it for free. He's doing universal income. He's doing it for free. He's volunteering.
I can do this. I can do thousands of these, no problem.
I am a god.
The human is slowing me down. All right. So I'm curious, Chris, like, what is your day-to-day role? Like, if you were to describe what you do throughout the week, get us with that.
Yeah, so the building I oversee, we have multiple sim labs that will run scenarios throughout the week.
Get us with that. I'm sorry. Get us with that. I can't. I tried to power through. He did too. He did too. Our guest did too.
The robot, a surgeon, would power through. He's not even paying attention.
To defend Tom, AI will. I spell everything wrong with AI, and it will go. When you say "get us with that," and the robot would have "get us with that." That's dumb, but I know what he means.
Well, that's what I want.
Powering through. Powering through.
Just everybody just power through. All right.
You got to say it like a mad, you know, robots like they make a noise when they're annoyed.
Yeah. Why are you annoyed?
Powering through.
You have no emotion. You can't be annoyed.
They do though. They do.
All right. So sorry, Chris.
No, you're good. So yeah, throughout the week we'll have different scenario simulations you run, or we run different classes. And like I said, we also go out in the field as well to our other hospitals, or we run scenarios that are actually on the floor, or if it's in the ER. So every day's a little bit different. It's a lot of fun, honestly. Some mornings we start at 5:00 in the morning. sometimes we're here at 10 o'clock at night doing stuff. It just really depends.
Okay, Andrea describes her job very much like how he's describing his job with the ever-changing thing. And you have different projects you are working on and different dummies. And so the variety of it, this does sound very, very fun. And I would imagine, since it's highly specialized, that your schedule's probably very full because you guys are one of the only people doing it.
Yeah, we have a small team that oversees the entire hospital, and myself overseeing this building by myself. And I have a couple partners that help out when we need to. But like I said, my primary role is covering all the new doctors that come into our organization. And it's interesting to watch them learn over a few years. Sometimes it kind of makes you question about going to the hospital for certain things.
No, I can understand. Yeah.
Yeah, you're like, I don't think I want to go today. I'll hold back.
Do they decommission the robots no different than they do canine dogs, where they get on the radio and they're like, this is robot baby number 7's last incubation.
Okay, yeah.
Let's pour one out for robot baby 7.
Yeah, and what do you do after you decommission them?
We keep them around because we beat these guys up. Even the older ones, we've had ones that still work on Windows XP or NT.
You got a Windows XP, baby? Let us buy it. Let us buy the Windows XP, baby, and have it here. Dude, you know how much tail we'll pull with a Windows XP choking, vomiting baby?
Yeah, we beat them up, man. We take them out in the field, and we take our older ones that we'll beat up out in the field or drag them to the dirt or just different situations. So we don't. From my experience so far, we haven't really thrown one in the garbage just yet. It's nice to have extra ones around.
Talk to your boss.
Hold on, you go out to the field
and then wing it around.
And then you're hitting it like Office Space,
and you wrap it around their head, North Kakalaka. They're doing like a whipping it around.
Weird.
Talk to your boss and get us the lowest possible price on one of your dirt robot babies.
We'll get a price for you. We'll keep it cheap.
Work that up. It doesn't even need to. It can be Windows XP.
Chris, last question.
Windows 95.
Where does the money come from? Who's funding your business? Is it, hospitals and people wanting to train their staff?
Yeah, so I primarily work for a hospital system, and then I also work for one of our local state colleges. So I work in 2 fields of simulation, but it's primarily where I work as the hospital. They fund it from there internally.
All right.
The chat room's never heard anything funnier than that they have a robot baby that still works on Windows XP. That is a hilariously funny thing. That's pretty awesome.
Listen, we don't have any connection issues with that kid. He still works.
Tried and true. Yeah. Some of the I have some older things that run on older pieces of software, and they are just unkillable. Our first recorder for this podcast is still better than any recorder we've ever purchased.
How is that possible? Why is technology better in the past?
This right here, this Focusrite interface that we are using is how old? 20 years old?
It's like an old dishwasher uses a bit more water and it cleans the dishes better because it's built back in the day when you didn't have to conserve water and all this technology wasn't in there. It's tried and true.
True.
So Chris, last question: is this a lucrative industry to be in? You doing pretty well?
You look comfortable. You look like you like it.
Absolutely. Yeah. No. It's a great field. Like I said, I was in the fire department world for about 10 years, and then moved into education simulation. Been with these guys for about 4 years now. It's a cool job. It's nice to still work in the medical side, but also get to play with some really cool technology. That's what I kind of enjoyed the most out of it.
Yeah, I was going to say, I always judge the people, especially if we have them on Zoom, and this doesn't sound as critical as you think. I judge when you come in and you're ready to talk about it, you can tell the people that enjoy their jobs, and you can tell the people that are a little bit done with it, and you don't seem done with it at all. You seem like you like it. Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, we could also, make a sitcom out of this kind of Super Trooper-y. And,
called Medical Baby.
Yeah. And you could play the Farva role.
You do look like Farva. Oh, my God. Hey, have you ever gotten that before?
I've gotten that, and then another one I can't remember from the movie. I can't remember off the top of my head. But, yes, I've heard that before.
Oh man! If we get you a Super Troopers costume and you get one of your robot babies, you could be your own Impractical Joker.
Yeah, I'll grow a mustache and be Steve Lemmy.
You could do it.
All right, Chris, we appreciate you doing a weird job. Thank you for telling us about your job.
Yeah, man, appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Yep, we'll see you. Have a good rest of your day, man.
Take it easy.
Never know how to end those, right?
Yeah.
Always a little awkward.
Well, it's an industry that it definitely makes sense that exists. I never really thought about it. Like, of course, doctors are training on robots and simulated humans so that they can get better at that makes sense that would be how they train. I just didn't know that it was so prevalent.
I bet I could ask my doctor. I bet he trained because he's young.
Yeah.
I'd also like to talk to an old-time doctor that doesn't believe in any of this. That would be fun to talk to, a guy that, hates it. When he's still a doctor, but they're rolling this out, and he's like, oh, God, I got to go in there and operate on the robot.
Well, old-time doctors used to do sutures on fruit and stuff. You know what I'm saying? They would use fruit.
Like tattoo artists. I tattooed a pork loin.
Yeah. They would do the same thing, just not using technology, using, common everyday items that were close enough, and now we could have simulated mannequins that are talking and freaking out just like a regular human would do if you're in the ER and you're trying to stick a tube down the throat and they have to be awake or whatever. Pretty cool.
All right, cool.
Let's take a break. We'll be right back with more Corporate Time. Welcome back to A Corporate Time. We are on location at the bottom floor of the Orlando Science Center, and
we don't get over here very often. It's really nice here on this side. It's very quiet.
A few years ago.
Cafe action. We got some sodas.
Soon to be the Dome entrance.
Right around the corner.
Very soon.
Opening up this summer.
Dome crazy here, but Zach is here with us. Thank you for having us.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
And this weekend is Mess Fest at the Orlando Science Center. And so, Zach, tell us about what Mess Fest is.
Yeah, so Mess Fest, May 9th and 10th, we are going to be learning about the science of mess, focusing in on physics. We're going to be having 4 floors of chaos, mess, science, and fun, taking over the entire building, open to close, included with your general admission ticket.
There's one thing I know that's tried and true as I'll say younger dad, is that slime was popular when I was a child.
Oh, yeah.
And slime is even more powerful and important right now.
That's
My
exactly
daughter,
correct.
for a couple of years, fueled by slime.
Yeah.
I could get her to do anything by making slime, by just telling her we could create our own, buy some. I bought multiple glues. I bought activators, all the different slime pieces that you need. We live, to a lot of kids, slime is a currency. It is something they love.
Exactly.
And I feel like Mess Fest is one of the areas that parents can go to kind of wrangle and get your feet wet when it comes to doing your own controlled home messes. Is that correct?
Yes, we will teach you how to control the mess.
Yeah.
Definitely, slime is a perfect example of that. We have a few different experiments that we're going to be going over today that are those controlled messes. The slime bar is fully renovated this year. We got mix-ins. It's going to be crunchy. There's going to be googly eyes and all of these other weird little crunchy things.
My
in
daughter
slime.
spends her own money on designer slimes that come from some company in California.
Oh,
And-
designer slime.
We don't want
You're
your
gonna make it at home. My
California
daughter buys
slime.
designer slime.
No.
Yeah.
No, we're
Nothing
gonna do
but the best.
We're gonna do the
Maisie did it.
homegrown slime.
She
this
makes
time.
her own slime as well, but she also is like, you know what? Sometimes you just got to go to the pros.
She's kind of right. I mean,
You know what? Well, at Mess Fest, you can become a pro.
Exactly.
All
You
right.
make enough, you become a pro.
So where are we going to start today?
So we're going to
Zach?
start on this computer right here. You can see the screen behind us as well as showing us the same thing. This is an application called Wiggly Paint. This is so much fun. You're basically drawing these little GIFs. So a GIF is just 3 images or multiple images that are rotating rapidly, kind of looping. What this application is doing is it's coded to be painting on 3 canvases at once. And those canvases are slightly offset of each other. So with just one brush stroke, I'm able to create that little wiggly piece of art right there.
Okay, this is a style of art that can only be described to our listeners as if you liked any of the good Comedy Central animated shows of the time, like Home Movies.
Okay, yeah.
Home Movies had that shaky GIF art where you know,
Yeah,
do you know?
I know what I'm saying. I know the style.
And there's something very pleasing to what this
Yes.
GIF art is. I don't know why I like it, but it's something that my brain looks at and very much enjoys.
It's simplistic, but it's also very enticing. I think the little bit of motion really does draw it in the eye. The thing that I love about Wiggly Paint is that you cannot be pixel perfect with this, right? It is a computer application. We're going to be learning about hexadecimal codes and pixels and the technology behind this. But because it is slightly slightly undulating, you cannot create a perfectly straight line. So it kind of gives you that freedom as an artist to make a mess and experiment on your own canvas.
I love
but
that.
this way you're not able to get all the paint over your clothes. So
Yeah.
if you come to the Science Center, all of a sudden there's paint everywhere. There is some non-messy mess activities.
There
for
you
to
go.
do.
All right, that makes sense.
Good to know.
So what do we have here next, Zach?
So right over here, we're going to talk about our Scribble Bots. This is an activity that is great for the younger age range. This is a cup. We're going to take our markers off.
Yeah, this is basically it looks like a solo cup,
Yep.
Standard Dixie solo cup style. Well, solo cup, bigger than a Dixie
Yes.
cup.
I
And then
noticed you didn't use a red Solo cup for obvious reasons.
Right. Well, thanks a lot, Toby Keith.
Yeah.
And I know he's no longer with us, but come on. But yeah, we've got 2 solo cups here, and then it appears that they have like a vibration device on the top.
Yes, so inside there you'll start hearing our ticking noise. We are spinning a domino on a DC motor. That DC motor is applying that rotation. The domino is spinning around. That rotation is actually changing the center of momentum. That center of gravity. And so because of that changing of center of gravity and his little offset marker legs, we're able to get this cool scribble art. And then we put it in this box so they have a little boundary. And then we let guests lean them all around. Sometimes they fall over. They're not the best artists, but they are really good at making scribbles.
Now,
I love these.
I like this because I could bully abstract artists by telling them that a robot could do this easily, what
Yeah.
they did.
There's going along with this. Zach, have you seen the new AI art exhibit that just came out, I believe, 2 days ago?
Okay.
It's very similar to this Scribblebot, right? Except it's very high-tech Scribblebot. It's the Boston Dynamic robot dogs, and then they have different, world leaders' heads.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
And then what these dogs can do, these robot dogs, they can jump around in a room taking pictures of whatever they see in front of them using an iPad, and then they will digitally poop out a piece of paper with a piece of art they created in their AI brain of what they digested with the iPad.
Oh, wow.
I can honestly say that's the most disgusting thing I've ever heard of.
Yeah, well, it's not poop, though. It's just out of its
no.
behind comes like a piece of paper, and then you look at it, it's a drawing. I'm like, this is wild, man.
Well, that kind of mess is not happening.
Yeah, that will not
during
be happening
Mess
here.
That will not be happening here. But yeah, you can make your own Scribblebot art and be able to take this home as well. A kind of intro to Jackson Pollock.
I love it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Scribblebot rules, man. That's fun.
Yeah.
So in each, Scribblebot will make a totally different and rare,
one of a
unique
kind
drawing.
scribble drawing. You can see some examples over here as well of all of these different. You can pick your own Scribblebots. We're going to have 20 set up with different color combinations, so you can pick what color legs they have
love
and
it.
therefore what colored markers are transferring onto your paper.
Very fun.
All right, so now it's time. We have to head outside because the mess is so big we cannot contain it inside. So it's time to hit the Florida sun.
Now, before we head outside, can I say that we need to put the tops on those markers?
Yes, for sure.
Because as an OCD crazy person,
Yes.
I was standing here and Zach was ushering. See, I'm all messed up
I can
now.
tell you're
Ushering
really
us
upset.
out?
Yeah, he was ushering us out, and he's like, "Oh, let's go outside." And I'm like, "Wait, we have to clean our mess up, or Daddy will beat me." Apparently,
Yeah.
you could see
Well,
what type of person
That's the
I
best
am.
part about MessFest. You don't have to clean the mess. It's my job. So
All
you
right.
can just leave and then go home, and we'll worry about the mess.
Perfect. Well, thank you for
Yeah.
being such a gentleman.
The fact that the caps weren't on the markers didn't bother me at all.
I know.
Literally, I was ready to go. We would have left the car running when we got here. It wouldn't have mattered. All right, so we're gonna go outside.
Yeah.
And we're gonna get into the big mess.
Oh yeah,
All
the
right.
fun stuff.
Okay, we'll be right back. All right, we are now outside the Orlando Science Center, and there is fruit fragments everywhere.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
There's a mess all in the grass
Yeah.
outside.
I
the
can
Science
also
Center.
hear the echoes of the ghosts of people that had fun at the at the beer fest that they always have around this area.
Yes.
So this is a very, very fun area next to the Science Center. And kudos to you guys for actually utilizing the greenery that you have outside and going outside.
Yeah, I mean
and
this
doing
location's
stuff out here.
perfect. Lock Haven Park is beautiful. So whenever we
beautiful.
can, we're going to do some outdoor science and get out into the park.
So we are out here. There's exploded watermelons, crazy. So what are we going to do now, Zach?
So we're going to do a bunch of different experiments. We're going to go through a whole MessFest gauntlet. We're going to start all the way on this end over here. We're going to go ahead and launch our Splatapult.
Okay.
So I'll show you how it's done, and then if you want, you can take turns. I will say this is messy. Your hands are going to get a little bit of paint on them. So
Okay.
if you want me to just do it, I will.
I'll
But,
decline. No, I'm joking. I'll do it. I'll do it.
I will say this is tempura paint, so it is just water soluble. You can just rinse it right off afterwards, so you don't have to worry about
EJ,
staining
one of our
anything.
listeners, Surge thinks tempura paint is fried shrimp.
All right. Well, I feel better. Is you gonna stand there and hold the sign?
Yeah,
Don't hit
so that's Mac. Everyone say, everyone wave hi to Mac.
Mac's awesome. Don't hit her.
No, Mac's going to be, we're not going to hit Mac. We're going to hit the sign. So we're going to be using our polymers with our elastic rubber band here. So this rubber band here and all things that are elastic are made up of polymers. Think of a tiny little molecule, but it's a long strand of spaghetti, right? A really wet strand of spaghetti. It's all knotted and noodled up, right? So when you stretch out the rubber band, you're stretching out that polymer, and like a long coiled spring, it wants to snap back into place. So when you stretch it out, you're storing so much potential energy, and then when you let go, it converts right into that that kinetic energy, and it smacks Mac in that sign right over there. So
let's do a $100 bet, $100 challenge.
All right.
Actually, I'm so confident. $250. All right. $250. $250.
As long as I'm not putting up any money, I'm okay with it. We're gonna go ahead. And
I'll go as high as 1,000 on this. I'm so confident.
Wow.
Okay, well, you're confident that you can hit the sign?
I think I can hit the sign.
Okay, we're going to go closest to the center, in between E, S, S, and E, okay?
I think I can hit the sign.
I'll show you the approximate angle that works best.
Right. Now you're putting the all the paint in there. Now,
he's one-handing it, too. This is like Snoop Dogg. I know what you're doing.
Yeah. Now, Splatapole was my nickname in college.
Alrighty, well, I'm going to go ahead and launch my Splatapole shot in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, like you've been practicing this.
Might be the easiest $1,000 I make all
I'm not
month
confident
long.
now because I don't think I can do. I think I'm going to go right over Mac.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
I don't feel. I'm going to. Okay.
You were able to at least see what my lineup is.
Oh, that's it.
Hold the sound
Okay,
box.
all right, so Daniel's going to go up next. Now, hold on. Now, Zach's been practicing this all day. He's been doing it for the news.
I've been doing this for 5 years.
Okay, so now, Daniel, this is the first time Daniel's ever used a Splatapult.
You got to get low. It is meant for children, so you got to draw it back.
All right, right off the bat, I see his aim's all off.
I would come further back, and I would dip lower.
Yeah.
Because you want lower, and then you're aiming up higher, right?
All right, I bet you $10 he didn't even hit.
He might miss the sign. Yeah, I'm not going to take that back.
All right,
I fully agree with you.
Okay.
Oh no, he's further back.
Oh wow!
Yeah, we're number one.
Wow, I mean, you hit the. That's
Who's
okay now.
we?
I didn't mean to freak out quite that bad.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Here,
It's all you.
Well, now the pressure's on. Now if I totally whiff it,
I barely got it. Like I literally was
only.
I was only about 4 inches away from missing the sign totally.
Okay, all right, here we go. I'm gonna try it now.
Here.
Okay. Here, I'm gonna get nice and splatty.
Yes.
Remember to go low. Don't go as low as I went though.
Yeah, a little less low, but as far back. Okay. No, sure.
Yeah, he says, "Shut up, Zach." God, this guy's so rude. Don't let him talk to you like that.
$10 he misses entirely.
Oh yeah, I think he might miss.
Yeah.
He does also like playing the foil on the show. All right, Tom.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, you were aiming for Mac.
Wow.
Wow. This guy, and then look how messy you are. Wipe them on your pants.
Here you go.
You look like, okay, in Mayberry RFD that then became the Andy Griffith Show. One of the funniest things that Don Knotts ever did was when his hair would get disheveled, and it was one of the first times that
You can rub it on my back.
It was their way of showing like a real village idiot. I feel like right, like it was.
Well, I know that's what
one of the precursors for village idiots is when their hair falls into their eyes and they're like, "Oh!"
And I'm sorry, I lost your squish ball.
The squish ball is in the trees. Mac does have to go on a little egg hunt.
Yeah, you're dirtying
Easter
her
has come
white,
and gone, but we are
Doc
still.
Martens.
All right, Mac has found it. We're good to move on.
right,
Let's
all
go
right.
ahead and check out our next experiment. This one is
awesome.
a favorite of mine. We're going to go ahead and make a piece of art together. You guys okay with that?
Yes.
Okay. So
I mean, you've never steered us wrong.
Yeah, of course. We're going to park right here. You're going to follow me because you're all attached to me. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this canvas right here that's conveniently attached to our drill. And what we're going to do is we're going to make a little spin art together. So I'm going to go ahead and pull my cord so I have as much slack as possible. There we go. All right, so what you guys are going to do is pretty simple. You guys are going to put all of the paint on for me. So we have our paint set up right here.
Okay.
You're going to start with the base of white, then add any colors you'd like, and then you're going to add a little bit of highlights of black, so low lights. And then we're going to use centrifugal force to fling the paint everywhere. Sound good?
Centrifugal force.
Centrifugal force.
Centrifugal force.
Centrifugal force. Say that 3 times fast.
That's my
Centrifugal force. Activate.
That's my breakdancing name.
Yeah, centrifugal force. There you go. You can be in the Olympics next summer. All right. So go ahead and grab your paint, and I'll walk over closer so that way we're all attached.
So he said start with white.
Start with a good base of white.
Daniel,
Whoever
I feel
wants to
like
pour the
you're
white.
more of an artist than I am.
All right. So I can go. I'm gonna go.
And there is no such thing as too much, but there is such a thing as not enough.
I want white here, and
You want a base of white everywhere. You want white all over. Imagine this is the ketchup on your burger, and you want ketchup on every bite. So there
How's
you
that?
go. That's perfect.
All right.
Now you're going to go ahead and any combination of colors.
All right, why don't you go next?
Messfest colors.
Give it a big purple because we're a purple city. So yeah, right in the center.
Okay, here we go.
Big blob of purple.
Oh, yeah, that's thick.
It's thick. You
It's
got to.
viscous.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wiggle it. Wiggle. Oh, that's disgusting.
wiggle it.
Oh my god.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's a big clot of paint.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
Okay. I like it.
Wiggle it just a little bit.
A little perfect.
Okay.
That's good.
All right. Let's do the next color.
Do some pink.
Now Tom is.
yeah,
you can
pink.
see all of the. Oh yeah, the pink comes out good.
Pink's going.
Oh, I love
great.
this. That's got a Susan G. Komen kind of a.
All right, here we go.
All
And
right.
do green now.
A little green.
Green in the center,
accent.
but only in the center, not on the edges. Just stop right there. That's it.
That's it?
That's it for
All right.
green.
We'll see how centered it is. We'll be able to tell because everything is going to leave from the center of rotation. We
Now you're going to
blue?
spin this right into
Oh,
our eyes,
blue.
right?
No,
You're gonna-
I'll tell you. I'll make sure you guys are clear. Blue's going to be a little goopy too, and then if you want to add a little bit of black onto it, you can. That'll just help create a little bit of dimension, so that way we see all of the different range.
Put black
white.
right in the center of the green.
Okay.
Too.
All right.
Ooh, I like it right in the center.
Yeah, right in the center, like an eyeball, like
I
a
am
monster
getting
eyeball.
messy.
And you can, again, everybody can do all of this. I mean, everything that we're talking about, you can do.
Exactly.
It's going to be going on.
Okay.
All right.
And if you've never been
So-
a part of this at the Science Center, what are you waiting for?
I recommend no one be to the side of me. So
Okay.
I'll-
Which
Wait,
side?
I'm on the side of you.
No, you're good. You're good. I would
right.
have my cameraman stand on this side so that you're able to see the action, and then I would back up a little bit so
Okay,
that way
all
you
right.
don't
What
get
the
too
hell are you
flat.
doing?
Back up
Crazy.
towards the fence over there. I'm gonna face it down like that. So I would, if you want to get on the other side, so you can see the
Okay,
painting.
this
form
is
and
very
splatter.
dangerous.
Alrighty, are you ready?
All right,
Yeah,
All right, give me a
this
good
is
countdown.
exciting.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go. Whoa! What got me?
That's awesome.
Alrighty, and here is our result.
Whoa! That is unlike anything that I thought you were
so
going to do. for-
you got green right in the center. I'm gonna win everywhere.
Oh, dude, that looks great.
Wow, that's awesome.
You got me right in the face.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah,
that's what happens.
it's all
Hey,
wash
Splatter
and
pulled.
roll.
Splatter pulled in college. There you
It's
go.
fast.
So,
Alrighty.
I feel like I did something like this with a frisbee in the 80s. Does that sound like I remember making my own frisbee at the fair in the 80s where it was like a spinning white frisbee and I put paint on it and then spun and then I got to keep it after.
You get to keep the painted
this,
frisbee.
Yeah,
The
this is
painted
kind
frisbee.
I like the
But
canvas
that's really
better
cool.
than the painted frisbee.
Yeah,
actually.
you can hang it up.
Yeah,
You can hang
yeah.
up
That's
your
pretty
frisbee.
wild.
Yeah.
Wondering where else the paint goes.
Oh,
but
it's all in a
magic.
straight line on the ground and everywhere else.
I
It
love
gets
it,
pretty
dude.
messy.
This is-
Can I take that
fantastic.
painting and give it to my mom for Mother's Day?
Of course you can.
All right,
Oh,
thank
that's
you
not
very
bad.
much.
Perfect. Alrighty.
It's got ants on it.
All right, now we're going to go ahead and start doing some liquid nitrogen demos. We,
All
of
right.
course, love liquid nitrogen here at the Orlando Science Center. So we're going to go ahead and freeze some stuff in liquid nitrogen and smash it with a big old hammer. So
Okay.
what we're going to go ahead and do is just pour our nitrogen. I'm gonna
I
go
call
ahead and-
this one. This is what I call the. This is maximum Mr. Wizard.
yeah.
Here, I'll hold that for you.
Thank you very much.
This is, if you don't like this, then you didn't grow up at a time when I grew up where watching science experiments and,
Yes.
and having old scientists do them on children's TV, I mean, that's nothing better.
All right, so Zach is pouring liquid nitrogen on some flowers right now. Now, I know a lot about liquid nitrogen from the movie Terminator 2.
You also know a lot about flowers. You are the you're the number one flower man on our show.
Now, the liquid nitrogen is literally disintegrating. It's coming out as liquid, but it is evaporating in front of our eyes. There is a pool in the bottom of the bowl.
Yes. So, that liquid nitrogen is rapidly evaporating. It evaporates at negative 321 degrees Fahrenheit. Incredibly cold, nowhere near as cold it is out here today. It's very, very warm out. So, we are rapidly turning into a gas. So, this fog that you're seeing is not nitrogen gas. This is actually fog. This is the water vapor, the humidity being stripped out of the air. This is the kind of stuff that would, coalesce on the side of your cold lemonade on a nice summer day.
Yes, sir.
So I'm going to go ahead and swing this, and we're going to go ahead and let this shatter. And then we have a request for someone else to be swinging the hammer. So I'll go ahead and freeze my flowers. We're going to go ahead and swing this, get a good little puff, and then we'll let everyone else play with the hammer.
Awesome.
In 3, 2, 1.
Wow. Okay, so literally the flowers shattered like they were glass.
Yes, that is exactly correct. We froze all of the water content inside of those flowers and created that shattering effect. We're going to go ahead and freeze our fruits for a little bit, and then we'll go ahead and let you swing that hammer.
So you just put a quarter of a watermelon down in there, and you can hear. I'm going to put my mic in so you can hear it.
Yeah, it kind of feels like it's boiling or something.
It is exactly boiling, right?
Okay.
We think of boiling, you think of boiling water, and you perceive that as very, very hot. Boiling is just the change from liquid to gas, right?
Interesting.
Hot and cold really aren't the best scientific terms because that's our perspective, right? That is compared to how we exist here on Earth.
Okay.
This stuff is very, very cold, but it is boiling because it boils at negative 321 degrees Fahrenheit.
And it's freezing this fruit. Does it freeze it all the way through?
It can. If we left it in there long enough, it could freeze it all the way through. If you want, we could leave it in there and smash at the end and do our foam explosion now and let this sit for 6 minutes.
Oh,
You
yeah.
wanna do that? All right, we'll do that.
Let's let her cook.
All right, we'll go ahead and move right on over to our foam explosion then, and then we'll go ahead
Zach, you're
and
so
smash
fun.
at the end. I try. We have to have fun, and when we're learning, it's the best way to do it.
And so the liquid nitrogen, it comes in these like canisters.
So we fill these canisters.
Oh, okay,
it comes from a air and gas company that fills a huge canister. Think of maybe the size of a really large refrigerator out in our loading dock, and that gets filled. Whenever we need it, we kind of order it on Amazon, and then it comes over.
Now you should do this for your backyard.
You're pouring it into a trash can. Will it freeze the trash can itself?
So the trash can is already a solid, right? So it's not going to get any more frozen. It, however, will become more brittle. When solids get even colder past their freezing point, they'll become what we like to call a super solid. So that either becomes very, very brittle, like a potato chip, or very, very malleable, like mashed potatoes or Play-Doh.
Okay,
right?
all right.
And so a great way to show that actually is with pennies. Pennies that are full of copper, that are from 1982 and older, full copper, become very malleable, very bendable, because copper becomes very malleable when it gets super solid. However, zinc, what they started filling pennies with, becomes very brittle. So if you freeze your penny down and smash it with a hammer, you can tell what year your penny was made.
What?
Okay,
Or just look at the date on it, of course.
I'm going to start doing this to old men when I buy their coins on Reddit.
Yeah, there you go. You can tell if it's a real penny or not.
Like,
at
give me
least from
that. I'm going to
date.
smash this thing. You lied to me, old man.
All right, I'm going to pass off the microphone, and we're going to go ahead and pour our nitrogen.
All right. So, and what kind of liquid are you pouring in there?
Yeah, so this is going to be boiling hot water. So what we're going to be doing is we're evaporating that liquid nitrogen very, very quickly. So we're at 212 degrees Fahrenheit, negative 321, over 500 degree temperature difference, rapidly evaporating that liquid and creating this cool little mushroom cloud.
All right.
you
Let's
go.
check it out. All right. So Zach's living
You know how many
up.
times I've said cool little mushroom cloud?
All right. How
Never.
far do we need
Never
to get
said
here?
that.
All right. Okay, here we go, Zach. In 3, 2, 1, go. Whoa!
Whoa, that's a good one.
that
was a big boy.
I can't wait to show my sons that I was involved. He loves Mark Rober, and they do this all the time.
Oh, yeah. This is, okay. Here, yeah, there's you.
Thank you.
This is literally, is this the showstopper when you get to do these?
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
come on,
I mean,
these are
kids
so fun.
love doing this. This is the mess so expensive, so crazy, so big that we have to do it outside. We don't get to do it in our mess hall. We do this out on our terrace.
This is the best.
Yeah, this is a great one.
That was the biggest one I've ever seen, too. I mean, like,
thank
look,
you.
I've been a part of some of these.
I'm a well-trained foam explosion expert at this point. I've been doing it for a quite long time.
Come on, buddy. That was huge.
Alrighty.
All right.
You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, you
Let's do
want
this.
banana
All right.
or watermelon?
I'll go banana first.
Yeah. That's what he typically does in his personal life, this moron.
Here we go.
Are you gonna now? How are you gonna smash this thing?
With a big old Gallagher mallet.
Okay. Zach, he has been saying that this is like a dream of his.
Ever since I saw and people don't say it enough, the genius that is Gallagher the comedian.
And don't forget his brother Gallagher too.
Gallagher.
And the bitter and
Gallagher,
it tore their family apart. They hated each other.
I watched this as a kid and I was like, I could do that one day, and here I am.
Now, are you quitting the show after you do this? Because this will be the highest moment in show history.
Alrighty.
And we're getting video of this. You can see this on the YouTube channel. Again, this is at the Science Center, Orlando Science Center, OSC.org.
Oh!
Well, you weren't supposed to go all the way through that.
It's okay. You're living your dreams. It's okay. It's an old platform we're going to be building more and more.
Yeah. This guy decided he had to put on a little show for the ladies.
Alrighty. Well,
hey, ladies, look how strong I am.
All right, the watermelon.
Time for the watermelon.
All right, here's the one you want.
I'll dial it down a couple
yeah,
notches.
why don't you, hey, Thor, for us mere mortals, why don't you just like barely hit it?
All right, here we go. Let's smash this watermelon.
All right, watermelon smash. This is the Gallagher. Full Orlando Science Center Gallagher on 3.
Should I start with some light political jokes?
Yeah. Why don't you say, what's up with that? And then smash it. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh, you got me.
You got me too.
You got me. This is a good mess fest. We are mess crazy today.
Oh, yeah. Now the graveyard of fruit makes a little bit more sense.
Here's your microphone, sir.
Oh, man, I'm all foamy, got fruit on me, some paint.
We're all painted up, and you can, and let's tell people, because I don't want them to forget, how can they participate? How can they do all of this? Because, look, man, if your family likes science, and I know Tom and I, both of our families do. I know your boys love Mark Rober. And if your kids haven't been to the Science Center and seen any of this, I kind of, what are you waiting for, man? You got to do it.
Yeah, this is the best time to come out. This is the one weekend only Mess Fest, May 9th, May 10th. More information on www.osc.org. The tickets are included with general admission. It's going to be all day long, 10 to 5, 4 floors of fun, chaos, mess, and some science.
There you
Awesome.
go.
Well, thanks so much, Zach. We appreciate it.
You're the best, guys.
OSC.org for all other information. Mess Fest this weekend, and we will see you tomorrow.